Right then. Okay, so I think this time we want to start from the front end. Oh, hi everybody, Renegade 67 and or 8 here with some more Let's Play the Fate's Day Night Unlimited Blade Works of the blind variety. So, yeah, hey Archer. Cool picture. It just happens to also have one of my favorite songs playing at the same time. So, yes, right. So last time I kind of wanted to see where the Tiger Dojos ended, more or less. I'm like, okay, so how many am I looking for? How many am I dealing with? So I did that, but this time I actually want to take the rest of them kind of in order. So, what we're going to do is we're going to start from where I assume the first one is, in the Berserker fight, most likely. So the Berserker fight would be this. Versus Berserker choice, what did I choose last time? And Re-Saber, why not? So, I believe with the Archer choice we follow, and then, or the first Berserker choice we follow, and the second choice, to not die, we take Saber's arm. You got a rough idea on how to get the good ending. Oh yes, the good but not true ending. I'll look into that for sure, but for now I wanna find all the bad endings first. Alright. Oh, right. I guess I should say that, something else I want to do, at some point, possibly today, is I'm very curious that because, like, the last one is, like, at the end, and then the 23rd one is, like, not teaming up with Lancer, it makes me very curious about, this choice right here. This one. Because I assume this would be like timeline 1, where it's like, oh, you have to do the very specific thing with Saber. If you choose the other two, it's going to be an extended bad ending. And this one seems even more specifically important, if anything. Although maybe not, actually. But, it seems equally important, and yet it's not going to be question mark. I'm going to look into that. But for now, I stay here, follow them, do as Tosaka said. I forget what Tosaka said. Let's start with that. Let's do as Tosaka said. Tosaka is right. Does it go away? Go home? Saber drew Berserker away from here. I should get away from this dangerous place and await Saber's return. Okay, this has to be the bad end, right? Whoa, yeah, we actually run all the way home. This has to be the bad end. Wait a second. Is this the third night? Hold on. And now Archer will kill Saber as well. Hooray. Hold on. Wait a second. What if this is the choice? Because the first one is supposed to be bring back. Maybe that... hold on. What day are we on? Give me a second. Verse Berserker. What day is that? What day are we? Third day. This is the third day. Maybe this is the... I don't know. We'll see how long it goes on for. Maybe we're already doing the Rin thing and I don't mean to. I passed the bridge from Shinto and ran straight home. Who kills us if we run all the way home? I'm trying to think of the timeline of events. Does Caster abduct us? Did Elia follow us? Maybe this is the Rin choice. I don't know. We'll see. Because we are doing what Rin said. So, are we trusting too much? Are we trusting Rin too much, or is this the correct amount of trust? Are we supposed to trust Rin this much already? If it seems like we're on that path, I will dovetail. That is to say, if we aren't getting a bad ending for a while, I'll switch and go find a bad ending. I passed the bridge from Shindo and ran straight home. This is the third night. Yeah, it's not even... Yeah, because it's bring back third night. This isn't even the third day, it's the third night, so... Maybe we're supposed to bring back the No. Could it be the pendant? Would we know that he has the... He wouldn't know. The pendant's a plot twist for later on. Although I will say, I was editing a Timeline 1 video where Shiro mentioned he was talking to Saber just after the big church orphan scene where it's like, oh my god, you're powering stuff with orphans. What was I saying? Right. I saw that one just after Shiro and Saber got away from there. They were talking, And Shiro said, you know, I did wake up and I found a rock or something and I brought it with me. I thought it was important. And then they just continued talking and ignored that. I suppose that was also foreshadowing for the pendant. It just went right past me at the time, of course, because it's just, oh, I saw a rock. But I guess that's what that was. I guess it could be seen as a rock of sorts. I passed the bridge from Shinto and ran straight home. And I like that kind of foreshadowing, the kind that you need to re-see the playthrough again, because, well, I'm gonna, in some sort. I passed the bridge from Shinto and ran straight home. I never looked back as I ran. I don't know if I was scared of the unknown pursuer or if I felt guilty for leaving Saber behind. Okay, if you feel guilty, then maybe you'll die. Scared of the unknown pursuer. Is there an unknown pursuer? Anyway, I desperately ran here. Ilya might run after us, right? And she might, like, kill us privately. I would enjoy that. A nice little ending, at least one, in Timeline 2 where Ilya gets to kill us. I'd be down for that. Dashes. The living room is just as I left it. The air has been motionless ever since Lancer attacked and Tosaka came here. Maybe Ilya kills Shiro because he's acting like a coward. I mean, I think Ilya also just generally thinks she wants to kill/torture Shiro. I think it's more she wants to torture him for a while instead of straight up killing him right away. Until she, you know, gets shell-shocked. Or theoretically does. She never gets shell-shocked in this timeline. She just gets put in a dangerous situation where I try and fail to save her. Well, Shiro doesn't even fully try. He's too shell-shocked to try, I suppose you could argue. I guess he kind of tries. He just doesn't try very well. He gets in the way enough so that Ilya and Berserker can have their nice moment. I go near the restored window. I find 2 small pieces of glass on the floor that Tosaka must have overlooked. That's something they could have done. 2 pieces of... Oh, wait, is that foreshadowing? 2 pieces of glass that Tosaka must have overlooked. Maybe someone snuck in and they're gonna kill me. And that's the bad ending, is that Tosaka didn't overlook anything when she was fixing the house up. But also, my mind is elsewhere. Where was it? Right. Something Timeline 2 could have done was that Shiro tried to save Ilya, but, like, he failed because she still died. So I feel like Timeline 2 could have done something more with Gilgamesh rubbing that in his face. Like, you failed to save the girl. What makes you think you can save blah, blah, blah? I feel they could have done that a little bit more. And Shiro, I don't know, could have had some moment like, yes, I failed. I'll never fail again. Or grumble, grumble. Something like that. Or even if that's not true, he'll say it because that's the whole thing, is he's believing in the lie. But just something I was thinking of. 2 small pieces of glass on the floor that Tosaka must have overlooked. There's no crack in the glass. I wonder if Tosaka made up for these pieces. Maybe she didn't. He barely knew Ilya in this timeline. Yeah, it doesn't matter. He still wants to save everyone. That's his whole shtick. And he's clearly got an Ilya bias. Ever since he first saw Ilya, he's like, she shouldn't be fighting. Never fail again. Isn't the whole point of Yu-Gi-Oh! Shiro? He knows he's gonna fail and fail. Sure, but like, he can't admit that he'll fail and fail, because the whole point is that he's gonna believe in the dream. If he admits that he's gonna keep failing, then like, what's the point of his art, right? I think the whole point is that internally he knows he's gonna fail, which is the important part, but externally he'll keep claiming that he'll succeed so that he can keep trying to succeed, is what I took away from it, more or less. But I wonder how Tosaka made up for these pieces. I murmur to myself. I don't know why, but I don't feel like turning the lights on, because then you'll trigger the bad ending and somebody will kill you. I hide in the darkness as if to hide my weakness. Oh boy. How colorful. Ellipses. What I should be thinking about. What I should say. I'm running away from these things. Indeed you are. Should say to who? To Rin or to Saber? Both, I guess. Or focus on Rin, I think, if you want to get the good ending. The people that were here until a few hours ago. I should deal with that whole situation. Yes, haven't you learned anything? Your name is almost Shinji, so you mustn't run away. After all, the actual Shinji does plenty of running away. You gotta make up for that. The people who were by my side until a few minutes ago. I have to ask myself if it was right to leave them behind, but I can't bring myself to get out of the dark. Wow. It's interesting looking at the end of his arc and then seeing here, right to leave him behind. No, because you'd want to help him as much as you can. If anything, this goes against his normal mentality of, you know, save everyone else, kind of fuck myself. This is sort of save myself a little bit. But he feels dirty about it, I guess because, you know, priorities are bad and all that. The wall clock points to 3. It's been 30 minutes since then. Things have probably already gone tits up by then. Do Ilya and Berserker just show up and have they already won? I doubt that. I don't know. With Archer at full power, I think he could scare off Ilya. Though maybe she can show up here and sneak around anyways. Yeah, shame is pretty big here. I don't think he likes himself enough to accept the fact that he ran away and abandoned them. No matter who won, I'm sure the battle is over now. He's just gonna kill himself? I don't see that happening. I don't think he's that quite dark mentally. At least, I don't think the game will let us have him take long enough to get to that point, even if he would mentally eventually reach it. I think the game is going to give us a swifter bad end somehow, I would assume. Dashes. I should go back. When I raise my head to turn the lights on and cheer myself up, it's just when you get the bad end. You should go back, huh? Okay. So yeah, that's his mental state is like he's processing, no, this is wrong, I have to go back. Yeah, he wouldn't ever have given himself enough time to fully run away. He ain't Archer. If he was, he would jump at the chance to kill himself. A sharp pain runs through my left hand. Uh-oh. Did your command spell vanish? Is Saber dead? Did Archer already kill Saber? Because of her stupid wish? They didn't elaborate on that as much as I thought they would. Like, Archer was like, Saber, you have a dumb wish. Just barely. But, you know, they didn't fully go into a whole, like, you know, Saber, you have a stupid wish that you should give up on. Stoopy. I guess, you know, it's fine for some of that stuff to be under the surface, but it's just something I noticed. Go hit Ilya with a yo mama joke and wait for the inevitable. I could see it. I mean, maybe he'd be a little less yo mama with the joke. A little less yo, because I don't think he's quite so yo. Maybe a little less yo, a little more mama. Archer did mention that someone will eventually free her, but it ain't this time. And this time the only goal of his current self is killing Shiro. I mean, that does, I guess, play into the idea that Archer can see multiple timelines, which is in his, like, his thing. It said, oh, this ability of his eyesight lets him see even through time. So maybe that's what he was referring to, more or less. A sharp pain runs through my left hand. Depending on how acute his ability to see through timelines is, though, it pulls into question this notion of the ignorance and the hatred of Shiro just based on instinct. Because if he can really see that well into timelines, he should have a better understanding of his own self through the timelines, theoretically. I assume it's limited in some way, but... and Shiro did... It's interesting that Shiro got summoned, because theoretically this was still Shiro, right? That got summoned and talked to Saber during, you know, as she went to pull the sword in the flashback. Because theoretically, a great threat should have been going on at that time for Archer to have been summoned there. That, or there was a Grail war of some kind going on at the time, which I suppose isn't impossible, but if there was some great threat, the game never made it clear exactly what the great threat was at the time that Archer would have been summoned for. Also, yeah, Archer could have very much already saved her. It's possible, for sure. A sharp pain runs through my left hand. The command spell? The color had faded from my command spell. Oh shoot, rip Saber. Even though the shape is still there, the bright light that proves I am Saber's master has disappeared. The shape is there, still there, I suppose, because they're tied to the master, not the servant. Most likely that is the case. I understand instinctively what that means.
Saber!
Saber! Saber! I follow my instinct and run out from the darkness. I run outside. I won't make it now. Okay, it's definitely going to be a bad timeline now that I've lost Saber at this point. I won't make it. I won't make it. I won't make it. Maybe it's two different ways to get the same bad ending. Like, if you don't try to save Saber, like, if you don't directly try to pull her out, you still lead to the same Taiga dojo. But this one's just more extended and juicy. I know I can't make it, but I start to run back. And I'm stabbed in the heart by some unknown thing. Who did it? Was it Archer? Was it Berserker? Was it Lancer? Who? Ilya?
Yeah, 運がねえよな、実際。
That's Lancer, huh? As Rin said in the prologue, Saber always reaches the final round. Well, not this time. Yeah, I don't know. I can't make out exactly what he said. Maybe it was even gibberish in Japanese. But, yeah, that was definitely Lancer's voice. Interesting. Lancer showed up. Well, yeah, Kirei would have been monitoring Shiro. So maybe Lancer was actually watching the fight between Berserker and Archer and Saber the whole time. And so maybe when Shiro ran away, Q was given orders that if Shiro decides to be a coward, just kill him. Yeah, boring as fuck. Yeah. I think that's more or less what would have happened. I can see that through line for sure. If Shiro doesn't engage, if he's a coward, then to Kirei, he's boring. He should just be dealt with. I can't hear too well. And that doesn't really spoil anything. It just gives some interesting insight to what Kirei's motives would have been at the time. Because we already know at this point that Kirei is Lancer's master. So we can probably piece together what's going on. Even though you wouldn't normally... normally you wouldn't know Lancer's around or monitoring the situation. It's not hard to swallow. I can tell there's someone in front of me. The one who stabbed my heart. But I can't see very clearly. Finally, Lancer got a real killing on you. I don't think he got a real killing on you in any of the Timeline 1 bad endings. No, wait. No, he stabbed you in Timeline 1 in the basement, but he didn't kill you, because Saber showed up in time because of your Avalon that let you pull through. Saber killed you in that time. No, wait, Lancer did kill you once. No, that's right, that's right. Lancer killed you once because there was the timeline where you didn't go to the church, you came back, so Kirei came to you, and then I don't think they revealed it was Lancer. But someone else snuck in, and they went to fight Saber, and then someone stabbed you from the back, and I believe it could have been, I think it technically could have been either one, because I don't think they revealed the twist that it's Lancer, I think. But I think it's, like, definitely Gaybolg, so it could have been Lancer or Gilgamesh, but probably Lancer, if memory serves. That one bad ending where Lancer got to kill Shiro, it's probably Lancer. But anyways, I can tell there's someone in front of me, the one who stabbed my heart, but I can't see very quickly. Clearly.
決まってるだろう。つまんねえマスター引いちまったサーバントの話さ。
He's definitely saying real words in Japanese. Like, he's saying master and stuff. Like, oh, my master ordered me to kill you. I don't like it, but sorry, kid. But we can't make it out in English text. He's killed Shiro plenty of times. He's killed Shiro in, like, one bad ending. That's it as far as we've seen. If we're just talking about Lancer. It's interesting the choice that they made, where they don't let you make it out, but the Japanese voices did clearly say real words. I actually don't hate it from a Japanese player's perspective, the idea that Shiro can't make it out, because he's, like, too focused on, something else elsewhere, the Saber or the Rin elsewhere. But as an English player who only barely understands Japanese, I don't know what he's saying, but I know he's saying something that isn't gibberish. It's not his fault the guy doesn't die even if you kill him. That's not how dying works, silly. Unless you're a Berserker, I suppose. Unless you're Heraclean. The one in front of me sneers and tells me I am stupid. Oh. Clearly the text is like this because you shouldn't be able to understand Lancer's Irish accent. Oh, of course. I think he said master in very clear Japanese. Very clear Japanese, which is playing on the English word master. The one in front of me is laughing that I have no way of surviving without my servant. But Lancer, we're cool bros later on. Then again, I was a coward, and Lancer's all honorable and stuff, so I could see why he'd think I'm stupid and laugh at me in this timeline. For sure, for sure. That's right. Emiya Shiro will be killed the instant Saber is lost. As I don't have a way to protect myself, I have no way to survive without Saber. But I didn't realize that, and I secluded myself. What would Japanese with an Irish accent even sound like? It would sound weird for sure. Well, I mean, if you're a native Irish person speaking Japanese, it's different from a Japanese person speaking Irish, I suppose. Mishra will be killed the instant Saber is lost, as I don't have a way to protect myself. Well, to be fair, yeah, without Avalon, if Saber's fully lost, I mean, he technically arguably has a little bit of Avalon's juices even without Saber, but maybe if Saber's truly defeated and she's really dead, like theoretically, she was just in limbo all these 10 years, and if she's just in limbo, maybe Avalon's still slightly active, or maybe the magic fully fades if Saber truly dies. And so, maybe there actually is some truth to that if Saber is lost, Shiro will inevitably die too, because maybe Avalon is what's keeping him alive in the first place, at least for now, until he gives himself some self-realization. I don't know. So maybe if Saber truly dies, he'll die unless he can actualize himself to some extent. I don't know. As I don't have a way to protect myself, I have no way to survive without Saber. I didn't realize that, and I secluded myself. This is the result. It doesn't matter if I'm in the house or if I run away somewhere. My mind starts to fade. I don't care about who it is or what I got stabbed by. I do. Thankfully, I basically figured it out. It doesn't matter if I die today or tomorrow. Oh, there's the acceptance of death again. Just like in the fire. Because the instant my command spell lost its brightness, my life was lost as well. Dead end. Alright, we get to see the first one of this timeline, I assume. Hi, this is the Tiger Dojo. Hey, Elia, nice to see you here. You aren't the one who killed Saber, right? It was totally Archer, right? I would assume so. And this bad ending did a nice job of not spoiling that. You could probably assume Berserker did it, though he didn't. This is the Tiger Dojo. Okay, I'm glad they're following up on this joke. Since this is part 2, everything's been changed. Not everything. Still the same pack drop. Huh? Okay, I was pretty bummed about this too when I saw My First Tiger Dojo, which was number 16 instead of 15. So I'm glad they're actually addressing it. It's not different at all! I wonder if the joke will be that Ilya's saying she's leaving at the end of the second one, and that's a ruse too, and she's just still there in the third one. I would not dislike that, unless that's also the joke is that Ilya is important in the third timeline, because I still want that to be true. But if she can also pull double duty and still be in the Tiger Dojo in the third timeline, I wouldn't mind that either. It's not different at all! Well, the game is in its second arc. The shocking route of Tosaka-san has started. Do you have anything to say, Ilya-chan? Oh, I'm sorry I lied to you. Yes, repent your misdeeds. It does look like the title changed, but it's the same on the inside, rather. Oh, that's fun. Everyone's jumping about in part 2. Is someone trying to steal our roles? You mean in the Tiger Dojo? Or do you mean the actual game? Because in the actual game, I feel like Castor's really the only one jumping around, which I I've already complained about. But in the Taiga dojo, yes, people do seem to be more active, which I think is fun. Although, I guess someone theoretically could have... Shinji stole Ilia's role in the main game. That's why she wasn't around enough. Because Shinji stole the role of turning into a cup. Oh yeah, one thought I've had. I don't know if I've said this. If Timeline 3 decides to have someone else unique as the cup, my best guess would be Sakura. Sakura might be the cup. And then we save Sakura from being the cup in her own timeline. I could see that being possible. Rin, I think, like, you know, they haven't done Rin yet, but, like, they toyed with the idea of doing Rin and then they didn't do her, so I don't think they'll do that. If they do someone unique and they don't just do Ilia again, I think in Timeline 3, if they're going to cup someone, it's going to be Sakura. But then Ilia will still live, because we'll save her from the cup, somehow. Everyone's jumping about in part 2. Is someone trying to steal our roles?
そうね。私はともかく、タイガはキャラ的にちょっと弱いもの。
I mean, Taiga's a fun character, but probably, unlike me, you aren't that fascinating as a character. She's fun, but she's not, you know, she's not that deep. I think she's pretty deep for a clown character, but from what we've seen so far, unless, you know, she's the plot twist secret 8th master we didn't know about.
やっぱり、これからは私をメインにして、タイガはゲスト扱いにした方が。
We should put the focus on me and make Taiga a guest.
さて、今回のデッドエンドであるが。
Well, about this dead end. Taiga's a great static character. Yeah. We just give Ilia a heart transplant after Taiga drinks her. Of course. About this dead end.
原因は何かな？造反員1号。
Why did this happen, you rebel? I love the way that she just subtly smacked her. I didn't comment on it much, but you know, she just says, I don't know, I love the subtlety. It's all portrayed through the way the animation is portrayed. It's like, we should put the focus on me and make Taiga a guest, and it's just a quick little shot of the smack, and then Taiga makes no verbal comeback and then continues talking. It's very nice physical humor. I like it, but Ichigo, sorry, I gotta look this up, because, like, she keeps saying Ichigo when it refers to, like, rebels, and I think of Bleach, and I'm like, what does Ichigo mean? I know it can mean, like, strawberry or something, or, like, strawberry-colored hair, theoretically, I don't know, but I gotta know now. I gots to know. Ichigo. Strawberry, I knew that, but, like, it can also mean something else, maybe? What other words can it mean? Hold on. Can it mean other words? What about Ichigo? Ichigo-go? I don't know. Maybe she is talking to Shiro, because Shiro has strawberry-colored hair. I just opened the wrong thing. Hold on, I'm opening Jisho right now. I opened the wrong link. It would have been very funny. I opened DigimonCard.dev. Ichigo can also mean one word. Okay. One's whole life, one's lifetime. That's interesting. Single word, a few words, brief comment. No, wait, that's Hito Koto. Very different. One's whole life, one's lifetime. That's an interesting use for Ichigo I've not been aware of. Huh. Interesting. Ichigo can also be number 1 if you stretch it out to Ichigo. Now you feel like number 1. That's fitting. That's like a song for Bleach. What if I stretch it out to Ichigo and add the U at the end? Maybe she's also saying 2 separate words that I think are one word, and I'm wrong. That's also very possible. A bit, a trifle, the start of a climb up a hill? Ichigome. Alright, that's enough. Def not a dynamic character with high emotional moment that relates to other characters and plot. We think so far. That feeling when the VN somehow pulls off physical slapstick. Yeah, it's because it's a VN, but it pulls off the physical slapstick. It's great. What other meanings do you need? Strawberries are great. Not a huge fan, but... Why did this happen? Rebel? I was thinking, like, what is the word rebel? Hold on. I was thinking, what if, like, rebel is also Ichigo? Wait, English to Japanese now. What do they translate rebel as? Rebel scum. Rebel. Hangyakusha, of course. I'll take it. About this dead end, why did this happen, you rebel?
シローが臆病風に吹かれたからです。
Oh, the rebel was Ilya. It's because Shiro is a coward, and this works both ways. It works either if Shiro just runs away from the fight altogether. It also works if, it probably works if Shiro just stands still, like he just dies differently, I would assume. And it probably also works if Shiro doesn't jump in to save Saber and just stays back. He's a coward in all three cases, just how cowardly, as it were. A different level of coward.
あ、星は不明なままっす。
Oh, the killer is still unknown. I mean, the killer is Lancer. The killer of Saber is unknown, though.
屋敷を出た途端、不意打ちで殺されたのよね。
He was killed instantly once he left his house. I suppose in the original version, if the text was still mumbled, in the original version without the voice acting, you wouldn't have known it was Lancer. But I don't mind the voice acting adding in the fact that it's Lancer, because in fact I prefer it, because I want to know who kills him. Unless it's like some big plot twist, and if it's a plot twist, I want the game to later reveal who kills him through some subtle means at the very least. And so there, I don't mind being like, oh, it's Lancer. I get that. I can see the through line. Even if they don't tell, even if I don't know what he's saying. But whereas otherwise, I'm not sure if you could figure out it was Lancer if there was no voice. Unless the text was colorful and said, oh, it seems I've been stabbed from some kind of spear. I don't know if it said that because I was just paying attention to the voice, but... What would Shiro do? What would that bumbling idiot do, of course? He was killed instantly once he left his house.
今回はアーチャーが健在なんだから、強気でバーサーカーと戦わないと。以前やられた借りを返しちゃいなさい。
You should go on and fight Berserker since Archer, you, is in fighting condition this time. You should get them back for defeating you before. Did they really defeat you before? I mean, in Timeline 1, I mean, I guess they let you go, so yeah, you could say they defeated you before. That's a very fair assumption. Although you defeated them in Timeline 1 later on, during the climactic-ish moment where you killed several lives at once, because sure.
ふーん、そううまくいくかしら。
Oh, you sure it goes so well?
アーチャーがどこの英雄だろうと、まだ私を倒せるほどの勢力じゃないと思うけどな。
No matter which hero Archer may be, he's me, Shiro. He's your favorite boy. I don't think he's a big enough threat for me.
勝負はやってみなくちゃわからないわ。
Well, we won't know unless we try.
今回はセーバーちゃんルートとは違うんだから。
We're not in Saber-chan's route this time, so you can't leave it all up to Saber. Nor would you want to, because in Saber-chan's route, you want to stay near Saber anyways.
そう。なら結果を見てみましょう。
Really? Then let's see what happens. I mean, I'm pretty sure Herc died once during that Archer exchange, but, Ilya would be dead if Archer wanted her to. Probably, but Archer wouldn't want him to because he's too nice. And he's also sweet on Ilya, I would say. Let's see what happens.
急増のコンビが私相手にどこまで戦えるかどうかをね。
Let's see how a hastily formed alliance fares against me.
本性出し始めたな、この悪魔っ子。
You're starting to show your devilish true form, you devilish child. It doesn't, I mean, we fare decently and then you say, I'll be back and I'll do some other stuff later on. She never fucking does. Hopefully at least at some point there's some bad ending where she catches me off guard and kills me. It would just make me feel a little better. I don't know. Dashes. If she doesn't kill me at least once in this timeline, I'll feel a little sad.
ところで、ずっと疑問だったんだけど、聞いていいかな、イリアちゃん。
By the way, I've been wondering for a long time, can I ask you something, Ilya-chan?
イリアちゃんって魔術師としてのレベルはどうなの？
I mean, I've been wondering that too. How strong are you as a magus?
東坂さんと同じくらい？
Are you strong as Tosaka-san? I think she's way stronger. Given that she can, you know, keep freaking Berserker summoned through cheating means. How does that work again? Like, Berserker was summoned brute force way even before the Grail was ready to summon. Because she's a dirty cheater. I don't know if she actively has the magic potential to keep up with someone like Tosaka while also doing that. But definitely I think she's, in general, a better magus as a result of that. At least has a higher metachlorian count and much more potential to utilize it. Like, if Tosaka's got 500, I imagine Ilya has at least 5,000. Are you as strong as Tosaka-san?
私？厳密に言うと 私は魔術師じゃないわ。
Me? Strictly speaking, I'm not a magus.
どっちかっていうとキャスターに近い存在で、生まれてから魔術を習ったんじゃなくて生まれつき魔術を知ってるの。この違いわかる？
Rin seems more like a combat magi compared to Ilya, who's just Bruce Force shit, just like her mentor. Rin, combat magi like her mentor. Ilya, did Ilya have a mentor? I guess just the Einsburns in general. I'm more like Caster. Oh, interesting they're revealing this here. I didn't study magic from the time... I mean, it's not a big deal. I didn't study magic from the time I was born, but rather I already knew magic at birth. Do you get the difference? I do. So you're like a sorcerer rather than a wizard. A wizard has to spend time studying to do it. A sorcerer is born with the magic to some extent, which makes sense for you given that you're, you know, kind of, sort of, not entirely a real girl to some extent. Ugh.
わかるような、わかりたくないような。
I don't and I don't want to know.
要するに、イリアちゃん、本当に悪魔？
So in short, you're really a devil?
タイがあったらたまに可愛いこと言うのね。
It's fun the things Ilya considers cute, especially when she's being devilish. You say cute things once in a while. You sure say cute things, Taiga.
そういう確信つくようなこと言うと殺しちゃうぞ。
That's a new look for Ilya. I love it. Oh, I love the expressions they give in the Taiga dojos. Wow. That seems like it pissed her off. I'll kill you if you say something so close to the truth. Oh boy. In short, you're really a devil? Yeah, I guess it's not too far from the truth, unfortunately. Her face is scary. Help me, God of Babylon. Don't ask for his help. The guy who opened the Babylon gates, Mr. Gilgamesh himself, he does kill her later on. I don't like that. Just because she makes a scary face. But I still love her for anything. It makes me love her more. Because she's more of a complex character.
まったくつまんない話聞くんだから。
Geez, asking me such a boring question.
私が何者かなんてそのうち嫌でもわかるのに。
You'll eventually find out who I am whether you want to or not. I mean, I definitely want to. And I also kind of half know, but I assume there's some stuff I don't know.
さあ、シロは続き。
Well, let's continue on for Shiro.
新しい戦いは始まったばかりよ。こんなところでつまずいてないで早くセイバーのところに戻ってあげること。
The new fight is just starting. Don't go stumbling here. Quickly go back to Saber. Uh-huh. This seems interesting, because I don't feel like they're acknowledging the possibility of difference. I mean, could this dojo still work, even if... Like, thinking about this, it seems like they're just saying, oh, make sure you go after Saber. They're not giving multiple choice, as it were. I don't want to, in short. I'm more like Caster. I mean, I suppose the dojo isn't technically over yet. She could bring it up in a second, but... like, the way they're talking... Interesting. No matter which your archer yeah, you have to go... Is in fighting condition, you should get, them back. It's just saying go after them. It's not giving the other... Interesting. Quickly go back to Saber. Yeah, that's all they said. They just said the one option. Now I definitely have to check the others. If I go to ED list... I've already got 15 and 16. Theoretically, there shouldn't be one, so now I have to definitely check. First of all, the obvious. What if I just stay put? I can't move from here. Oh boy, glued to the spot.
できるなら逃げなさい。
If you can, try to run away. I'm not obedient enough to follow her words. And if you do follow her words, you would die. I guess that shows that Rin is making wrong choices, and would almost certainly regret that choice. Let's think about that in regards to her character arc, which I do believe is there, it's just subtle. Towards the end, she's constantly remaining confident, but before that, you know, there's much doubts. She's still, I think, definitely fickle with her emotions with Shiro, and, you know, how she wants to deal with that whole thing. So she's still probably in the same stance of being confident, but like, you know, the choices that she makes per se, I don't know if, there's a question there. of if she's still being confident, maybe she's more shaky in her confidence. And because she's more shaky in, let's say, her confidence to protect Shiro, because she cares about Shiro, that would make sense. She's more shaky in her confidence to make sure Shiro's okay. She acts like she's confident, but she's not actually that confident. So she's like, no, Shiro, run away. I can't keep you safe if you come with me. So that's where her mindset is here. But then much later on, she's like, I can definitely pull through. Even if she doesn't believe it, she acts more harder like she does believe it and doesn't act on the potential that she, doesn't believe it, as it were. Gil is just a demigod, though, I suppose. Rin, like her boyfriend, is faking a lot of shit. A shame we don't see past her mask too much in this route. I mean, maybe in the Rin good path, I don't know. But I think there's definitely an arc there. I just think it's more subtle. Which this doesn't have to be a problem, but my bigger problem is still with the fact that she's like, I'll make you happy, Shiro. And I thought that would go somewhere outside of just the epilogue. And maybe it does in the Rin good path. Let's see. If you can, try to run away. I'm not obedient enough to follow her words. But I can't go after Berserker either. I'm scared of going up against that monster. But more than that, what can I do even if I go? Damn it! So I guess this is still the same ending. It could still be the same ending where we wait, she dies, Lancer kills us. But then the one where I don't pull in and save... If I just yell to Saber and don't actually grab Saber, I wonder if that still works out and there's no bad ending. I stand by myself in the dark. It's vexing, but I have no way to fight. I can neither help Saber nor fight Berserker. I mean, that's wrong, and you definitely do help Saber. And fighting Berserker is going to be hard for you at this point, but, I mean, you're the one who fucking whips out the Caliburn that Saber uses to... I always get those confused. To, wipe up Berserker and multiples lives in Timeline 1. Oh, you see Wiseful? I don't see yet, you shishy-bishy. Bring back on the third night, but I'll figure it out. It's, I mean, after all, I don't think there's so many possible permutations, but... I stand by myself in the dark. It's vexing, but I have no way to fight. I can neither help Saber nor fight Berserker. If there's anything I can do, it's run to a safe place right now. Question mark, exclamation point? I hear unfamiliar noises from the top of the hill, from the open area that Saber was flung into. If I remember correctly, that's the Foreigner's Cemetery. Oh boy. You're definitely confusing me, Vanium Storm. Caliburn is Caliburn? Maybe in certain mythoses, but in the weapon screen, which we don't have, there was like, there's the Caliburn that Saber has that was stolen or whatever, and then there's the Catabolg, unless the idea is that the thing that was stolen, unless the idea is that Catabolg is a twisted version that Archer was sword birthing. Or the thing that was stolen actually comes up eventually and gets reforged into Catabolg, and that's what Archer is copying, but you're definitely confusing me. Anyways, if I remember correctly, that's the Foreigner's Cemetery. Different mythos. Khalid Witch? What? They both start with, C-A-L, so they're always going to confuse me. I'm always very bad about that. Like Shiro and Shinji, I think I've got down. But, Caliburn and Calibolg, I'm always just going to go, ugh. Saber and Berserker, those I won't confuse. They start differently. Their fight must still be going on. Ellipses, exclamation point. This is my final decision. Oh, fuck. Wait, you can still choose? Oh, there's an extended choice. Hold on. We got an extended choice. Ilya being dead is sad, you're right. We get a second chance. Shiro's too fucked for me to ever confuse him with Shinji. Oh, sorry. I read that in reverse order. So I already did it. I confused them. I mean, Shiro's pretty fucked too, though, to be honest. The Shiro's at least working on his fuckness. Shinji needs 3 timelines too, let's be honest. This is my final decision. I head to the graveyard, don't go. Well, of course we're going to continue not going for now. I wonder if we head to the graveyard if we're too late or not. We're not going to go. I can't be a burden on Saber. I can't do anything even if I follow them. And Saber should be able to run away if she's by herself. With this, they could totally still use the same Taiga Dojo. But the one on the hill, I'm not so sure. I don't think they could if we go on the hill. So maybe that still works out. Huh. Saber should be able to run away even if she's by herself. I thought so long about that choice too when I was on the hill the first time. Do I call or do I reach out? And I was like, oh, I felt so smart for reaching out and the fact that it worked. So if it could work anyways, even if you just call, it's going to make me angry. I don't know. I can't do anything even if I follow them, and Saber should be able to run away if she's by herself. Archer's not going to let her. Saber got Berserker away from here. If she was protecting me, I can't stay in this dangerous place forever. I assume Lancer can still sneak up and kill you right now, though maybe you're too close, I don't know. Oh, now you're going to run back home? Oh! You can't half-ass. So now they can definitely use the same bad ending. Okay. So the game just... Wait, what? Wait, so the game gives you 3 choices. One of them's like, go towards the hill, go back, and the other one's like, just make the choice this time with 2 choices. What's the fucking point? I passed the bridge from Shinto and ran straight home. Now it's just gonna be the same text. What? Just give us the choice. Give us the real choice right from the beginning instead of letting us half-ass. I mean, I get it. But, like, I don't mind the idea that they lead in similar directions, but if this text is going to play out the exact same way, that's going to bug me. I don't know. If it plays out the exact same way both times, I just hope there's some deviation. I don't know. I never looked back as I ran. I don't know if I was scared of the unknown pursuer or if I felt guilty for... It feels like the exact same text. I desperately ran here. Okay, yeah, sure. Feels the same. Is it going to be the exact same? The living room is just as I left it. The air has been motionless ever since Lancer attacked Tosaka came here. I go near the restored window. I find 2 small pieces of glass on the floor. Is this foreshadowing for some bigger twist? That it's fully fixed, but she didn't use those pieces of glass? Because Tosaka talks all about how... I was also... Speaking of editing the Fate timeline videos, I was editing the one video where it's like... The one video where Shiro snuck out to find that Rin was talking with Saber about how Shiro's not normal, there's something up with him. Magic should be a sort of equivalent exchange, Full Metal Alchemist, Hooba Dooba. But this is not equivalent exchange. If she fully remade the window and there's still some pieces of the glass left over, that goes against that notion. So maybe this is foreshadowing that there's some hanky-panky going on. I don't know, it just seems like a weird detail for him to point out. What's the hanky-panky? I find 2 small pieces of glass on the floor that Tosaka must have overlooked. What could the hanky-panky be? Is it a plot twist with Rin? Is it a plot twist with Shiro? Is it a plot twist with Sakura? I don't know, just 2 pieces of glass aren't much to go on. There's no crack in the glass. I wonder if Tosaka made up for those pieces. Yeah, they're going out of their way to point this out. The shed scene kind of makes more sense now. Shiro was breaking the rules by just pulling shit from his reality marble. Equivalent exchange, he was just pulling shit from elsewhere? Yeah, that's true. There's still the circle from forever ago that's like in his shed or something that, you know, they never really talk about and may or may not have actually been needed, but is still theoretically there. Anyways, I wonder if Tosaka made up for those pieces. I remember to myself. I don't know why, but I don't feel like turning the lights on. Okay, right, it's still the same. Alright. Ellipses. What I should be thinking about, what I should say. I'm running away from these things. It's the exact same fucking... Okay. The people who were a few minutes ago. I have to answer... the wall clock points to 3. It's been 30 minutes since... Okay, it's definitely the exact same if they still say 30 minutes. Battle is over. I should go back. When I raise and turn the lights myself up... Oh no, it's gone. Sharp runs. The command spell. The colors. Even though I saw they do, but the it disappeared. I just instinctively was Saber. I follow my instinct and run out of the darkness. Final boss can appear from the circle. Oh, I hope so. I run outside. I won't make it now. I know I can't make it, but I start to run. Does it point out a lance? Now I want to just notice if there's some way to notice that it's Lancer, except through his voice. I'm stabbed in the heart by some unknown thing. Stabbed in the heart? Okay, you could probably
い
assume
や
might be Lancer.
運がねえよな実際
Stabbed in the heart, some unknown thing. You could probably assume Lancer, but you wouldn't necessarily know for sure. Kiritsugu turned into a lich? Oh, I was thinking maybe Kirei would have turned into a lich, but Kiritsugu, oh boy. I can't hear too well. I can tell there's someone in front of me, the one who stabbed my heart, but I can't see very well. Someone in front of me who stabbed my heart. This is pretty dang vague. It's like they're hiding it for the purpose of a plot twist. But I prefer that the voice version just goes and says, it's Lancer, but there's no plot twist. So this implies that they're hiding a plot twist. I feel like the unvoiced version should have made it clear too. I don't think anything is gained by not telling you who this is, because it would just make you think, oh, what's the plot twist? Who is this? And there's no real plot twist. Not really. Also, I do like the final bad end shows a cool CG of whatever is in the Grail. Yeah, I enjoyed that too. It was a really nice little small thing. Something in front of me, the one who stabbed my heart, but I can't see very clearly. Taiga is weird for how much she dislikes that bad end. There's a lot worse bad ends. Yeah, like the one where Castor, you go to the church and Castor just killed you in such a boring manner. I know, I can understand that she doesn't like Shiro's choice there, though. That, why would you just die with him? But Shiro giving into a suicidal nature, I can see why Taiga would be against for sure.
誰の話かって決まってるだろつまんねえマスター引いちまったサーバントの話さ
Oh, he is just saying so much stuff that the text doesn't bother saying. The one in front of me sneers and tells me I'm stupid. The one in front of me is laughing that I've noticed driving up my serpent. I could probably guess this is Lancer, but if the game never revealed it, I'd be like, tell me, game, tell me. Taiga's mad because how stupid it is. I think she's mad because how stupid Shiro is in that instance. Ugh. At least Gil died like a bitch as well. Yeah, that was a nice comfort, for sure. That's right. I mean, she'll be killed the instant Saber's lost. Who be do? I didn't realize I said, well, okay, so there's, alright. And then it would lead to the exact same Tiger Dojo, I believe. It should. I just wanted to see the start to confirm my already confirmed assumptions, just because I'm thorough for no reason. I don't care who or what it is I stab, it doesn't today, because the instant I'm dead. But yeah, Gil was like, what the fuck? I wish we got to see his thoughts a little more, to be honest. Tiger Dojo 15, skip this scene. Oh, this is the first time getting a chance to skip a Tiger Dojo. Never. Yes. But okay, I guess I know it's the exact same one, so what? I don't know.
はいやってきましたタイガー道場
Yeah, it's the same one. So, I'd be surprised if Gil has any, major villains in the third timeline. The thing is, though, he's such a threatening character. Here's what throws me off. Gil clearly had some kind of talk with Sakura, in the prologue. They made a point to point that out. So, and Sakura seems like she's going to be important in Timeline 3. So, I'm just thinking to myself, he's got to be important in some way. Maybe not like final boss level. I don't think they'll final boss him 3 times in a row or anything. Though it could be interesting if they made him interesting 3 times in a row for that purpose. But, I do think he's going to have some level of important role relating to Sakura. He's got to get, like, I don't know, maybe Mockery takes him out or something, or, I don't know. I feel like they have to do something with him because it seems like there's something going on. Maybe there's nothing major going on, and it's just Gilgamesh figured out that there's a Sakura plot twist, and so he went up to Sakura and went, oh, hey, I figured out you have a plot twist. I don't really care, I'm just telling you I know. And maybe so it's just another further inclination that there's a Sakura plot twist without, you know, without it needing to be anything super special. It's still something I think of, though. Unless his words somehow prompt Sakura to do something about the war. Maybe, but the thing is, if she does something, I guess it's completely off-screen and doesn't result in anything we ever see, at least in the first 2 timelines. It's very possible he prompts Sakura to do something, that's why she goes away for a while, but then what's she doing? Maybe she's finding some way to reverse the timeline when things go bad. But, like, what's the goal there? Because Shiro comes out alive at the end. I mean, maybe she's just trying to save everyone because she's nice. But, like, for example, I can see why she might do that in Timeline 1, because because maybe she still cares about Shinji in a fucked up way. But if she's reversing the timeline, I don't know why she'd do it in timeline 2, because, she saved Shinji. Shinji's alive, but does she remember the timeline? Does she know she's reversing the timeline when she does it if she's reversing the timeline? Is a question. Because maybe if she actually likes Ilya, if she knows about timeline reversals, it might explain the one thing where Rin erased Shiro's memory, seemingly erased Taiga's memory, and possibly tried to erase Sakura's memory. Because Rin definitely would have tried to erase Sakura's memory, but maybe Rin, tried, but Sakura has some kind of memory proof ability where she remembers things that she shouldn't, so she knows, but plays along for Shiro's safety. I don't know. Maybe something like that is going on. Maybe in Timeline 2, maybe Sakura is grew to be a fan of Ilya in Timeline 1, that she wants her to be safe too. So she's doing a similar save everyone thing that Shiro is, just more differenter. But I don't know if she cares enough about saving everyone. I think the only reason she'd do that, based on my understanding of her personality, which I guess is limited, but on my surface level understanding of her personality, is she would only do that if she really cares deeply about Shiro's mental health, and she thinks it'll be helpful for his mental health to actually, go through this multiple times to succeed in, actuating his personality. But that's assuming a lot about what Sakura knows. And I think she would know too much to be someone vulnerable for Shiro to help. Maybe not, though. But I don't know. It's things to think about. If Sakura was theoretically doing this because she should care about Shiro the most, and so the fact that Shiro survives in those endings she should be happy with. So she'd have to have extra juicy knowledge to go that far if she was theoretically doing it. If that is her role. Because otherwise, I think there is a Sakura plot twist, but I couldn't really guess what it is. But that's one thing it could potentially be. Fate's Day is just Sakura's therapy session with Shiro. Yeah, maybe. It'd be interesting. Okay, so let's load this up. Now here's where what I want to know. What I want to know is, if I do go to the graveyard, does it play out the exact same way? Head to the graveyard. Oh, sorry, I'm burping. The battle continues. Saber's fighting to protect me. I should go even if there's nothing I can do. The 2 command spells engraved on my hand. I am standing here after swearing to fight as a master and shaking hands with Saber. Jeez, what am I doing? I run, ignoring all hesitation and fear. I'll be killed if I go after them, but you do it anyway, and you aren't killed because you got Avalon or something like that. Har har har. I suppress my trembling body with force and obstinacy, and I run up the hill. I feel like in this game, being a coward is never the right choice. Maybe that's true, wise fool, but I suppose for Shiro's mental health, he shouldn't be a coward, at least right now. Because, he hates himself, so he should learn to like himself, but if he's a coward too early, it'll just sink himself further into self-hatred. He has to start, I think, understanding the self-hatred to understand the ability to like himself first, but... Get back, Emiya-kun. You'll get in Saber's way if you go any farther. This feels different. Hold on, I just want to... I don't remember enough to remember if this is exactly different, but it probably is. Give me a second. It's been a while. This is different, right? I could have just, load the other one and then do it again anyways, but screw it, I'm difficult. Fate Zero was just Kiritsugu's failed therapy session. Yeah, it seems so. He came in okay at the end. Hold on. How does this go if I just go after them immediately? Follow them. Oh, don't do that. Dashes. I know I won't be able to do anything even if I do go. But still, I still feel her hand in mine. Okay, it's different. At least this text is different. I still feel her hand in mine. I told her we'll try our best. She shook the hand I held out. So,
もうそんなの決まってるじゃないか。
that's the same. There's nothing else I can do! I'll be killed if I go up the hill after that giant. My body's trembling from that fact, but I suppress it and run up the slope.
セイバー
I run into the open land. Ah, he calls out Saber. That's different. And then, the scenery there is totally unexpected. Right, we see the fight. No. Yes. Gravestones are flying around. Right, this leads into the Saber fight. So it's different, but how different is it? Am I too late in this one, for example? Is the fight basically already over?
もう
下がってエミヤ君。それ以上前に出るとセイバーの邪魔になるわ。
Get back, Emiya-kun. You'll get in Saber's way if you go any further. I do like that this one's at least a little different. Because, you know, the other choice, it's the exact same. So, at least, like, there's some difference. Doesn't feel like it's not a completely wasted choice, then. Oh. You'll get in Saber's way if you go any farther. I stop as she grabs my shoulder. Okay.
聞こえなかった？このままならセイバーが勝つからおとなしく観戦してなさいって言ったの。
Did you hear me? I told you that you
そん
should
なの私が言わなくても読み取れると思うけど。
keep quiet and watch, since Saber's gonna win. Well, I think you can tell that yourself, though. Yeah, I think we did come a decent ways into the fight. She must have been hiding behind a tree as she calls out to me with a calm voice.
セイバーが勝つ
Saber will win? Against that monster? But you missed a lot of the fight, right? Saber will win against that giant she couldn't even match until now? Yeah, because she was getting flung away. But now with the grainstones, it's because we saw... I'm surprised they let you off screen that.
信じられないって顔ね。
You look like you don't believe me. I mean, I know Archer has to swoop in, sure, but,
いいからよく見たら。こんなこと言いたくないけど、あなたのサーバントは真偽ともに最高よ。
why don't you take a look?
このまま邪魔が入らなければ、セイバーはバーサーカーを撃退するわ。
I don't want to admit this, but your servant is great in all aspects. Saber should be able to beat Berserker. Tosaka snorts and hides behind the tree. Okay, we see all of it still then? We don't see the things flying around. Okay, clashing swords. Hold on. This is just your regularly scheduled check between. How much do you miss? Because we definitely missed some of the fight. Rin's Lady Boner for Saber is at full mass currently. Oh, for sure. Clashing swords. So we start at clashing swords. But then if we go back here... Wait, no, not this one. Follow them! Don't skip, you jerk. Go, 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 go.
もう
And yeah, she does kind of sort of steal Saber later on. She finally gets her boner fulfilled. They don't actually get to do much together, though. That's a slight missed opportunity. It's neat that she gets to take Saber as her servant, but they don't really get to do much with her having Saber as her servant. Not as unfortunate as Saber not being a proper enemy for us, I'll say. Like, they stole her, and then Caster utilizing her more is definitely something I wanted more than Rin utilizing her more, but... I'll be killed if I go up the hill after that giant. My body, boo.
セイバー
I run to the open land. And then... Seeing there is totally unexpected. Right, okay. Things are flying. Gravestones are flying around. Every time the giant swings his sword, the heavy gravestones are split in two. In the midst of it, a knight bravely runs through the storm of gravestones. Woo, that's fancy. The axe sword rages around. This is different. I'm being thorough now. Axe sword. I'm being so noodly, but I love it. Axe sword. How does this one go? It's the same picture. clashing swords. But then with this, how does this one continue? Berserker's attack smash through empty space and only destroys surroundings. We're in the Endless 8 arc of this LP. Berserker's attack smash through empty space and only destroy his surroundings. Okay, yeah, this is after he's already started to fail against Saber, right? Whereas this one, I like this image. I should keep one of these. The axe sword rages around, gravestones are flung aside. In the chaos, Saber is fighting Berserker with the same, no, with more power than before. Dashes. That's a fun image too. I should keep this for Berserker's manly packs. I'll think about it later. Their positions are reversed here. The advantage belongs to this woman with a small body like Saber. Berserker is hindered by obstacles, and Saber acts if there's nothing in her way. Okay, so they're giving away the advantage right away, but they're still building up to it, unlike the other one where they jump straight into the advantage, maybe? Advantage belongs to someone with a smaller body like Saber. I'm sure that a hindrance of this degree is only trivial for Berserker. But it's more than nothing. It's only a slight difference, but that slight difference is tipping the scale the other way now. Also, Archer's arrows. Maybe this dovetails into the thing. This way you'll get hit if you're there. Oh, whoa! Interesting. What are you thinking? I told you to run away, right? Or did you not hear me? Interesting. So, in this version, when we run straight after, Rin gets all flustered. In the other version, she's calm and composed and be like, just stay back. Maybe the implication is that here, she doesn't have time to really sort her emotions as Shiro runs after almost immediately. And she's like, what are you doing? I have to protect you. And the other one, maybe she has some time to sort her emotions a little bit more. Maybe think about, oh, you know, is Shiro okay? And maybe when he shows up, she's like, maybe she was worried about him with him being away, whereas him being in her sight, after getting a chance to not have him in her sight, might actually make her feel a little bit better. Another timeline, yeah, Rin's more pissed off in this timeline. In the other timeline, Shiro waited before just running. But yeah, she still followed after, which Rin didn't want him to do. I think the impact there is maybe Rin got some time to assess. It could also be that Rin sees Saber, gets more time to see Saber in advantageous position, so that when Shiro shows up, Rin's more comfortable. But, could be a bit of both. Did you not hear me? She's really angry. I heard you, but I can't just run away, right? How could you reach that conclusion? Can't you tell you're a bother since you can't fight? It can't be helped if you die, making a difference, but it'd be meaningless if you die doing nothing. That's a really bad line to say to Shiro if you knew his inner self, because dying making a difference is kind of his mantra until he gets a bit healthier. Dashes, question mark? I don't know why, but Tosaka is seriously angry. Even though I'm getting yelled at, I don't feel bad for some reason. Is there something you get mad about? It shouldn't matter to you if I die meaninglessly or not. It does matter. Yep. Alright, ellipses. She says that, but clearly it's not true because he doesn't get home safely. Even in the other one. It'll trouble me if you don't get home safely. Well, in the other one, I guess she could be more comfortable. But the change in just how angry she is so huge. It says to me it's more than just she feels more comfortable with the fight. She had some time to get her emotions maybe a little more sorted and be a little more worried for Shiro not being around, potentially. Confused even more now. Tosaka sure has a different face on at school. You're not hurt, so run away right now. Tends to kill us all. That's a lot, actually. It's a lot of interaction. It's a lot of interaction that the other timeline just skips. I can't run away. Saber's fighting, so I can't run by myself. Only for someone who can make a difference. Rude! Can't do anything to support her. How dare you? I just love theorizing what happens after Shiro dies in the bad end. Just assume Archer just nukes everyone once his main goal is gone. Yeah, maybe. But I don't think he actually wants to win necessarily. I think if, well, he won't want Rin to win, I guess, but this is your last warning. Just run away. That can't be true. There should be something I can do as long as I'm alive besides. Are you going to ask someone to do something you can't do? What a sticking point. But yeah, Rin's so dead set on him just turning around. She's so, like, immediately sun flustered. Dashes. Tosaka looks at me with a serious expression.
そうね。
You're right.
自分にできないこと
Shameless one. She looks away. So I think she did have a little more time to think about her emotions during the time Shiro took to catch up and maybe came to a simple conclusion without Shiro having to talk to her. But the fact that you can miss it is interesting.
まあ確かに逃げる必
If
要
you
は
turn
ない
away,
か
I
ら
don't
ね
think Saber will lose now. Tosaka takes a peek from behind the tree. Okay, now is where it goes here, right? Their battles continue. That's not the same. Their battles continue without change. Berserker's attack smash through empty space and only destroy. Okay, now that's basically the same, right? Through empty space and only destroy his surroundings. Between the attacks. Hold on. Is between the attacks the same line? Wait a second. Hold on. Ah! Why is there so much text in this one? Blah. Too much text in this save one. Is between the attacks the same? Why are you so mad that the boy who did that thing in that sunset so long ago is backing you up? Is between the attacks the same versus, yeah. Clashing swords. Berserker's attacks smash through empty space and only destroy his surroundings. Between the attacks, okay, there's a break differently, but I don't know what specifically happened remembered in that scene. But what do you think happened in the sunset flashback with Rin during the soul sex? Whose fault is that? You typed it. You're right, I did type a long text for the same point. Text daylight. I did type it. But the soul sex, it seemed like Rin was like, oh, you know, Shiro was so... I talked about this at the time. My thought is that Shiro was so confidently doing the jumping thing where Rin was maybe losing confidence. She wasn't sure what she wanted to do, if she wanted to go with the school life or the magic life, or what she should do about following her father's thing. And then she saw, you know, Shiro so confidently doing the thing, even though he was maybe failing, he was still trying. And Rin's like, maybe it's okay to keep trying and believe in yourself even if you're failing. Or something like that. It seemed to really hit home on Rin. I'm okay if they don't fully explore that, because I can like the nuance of exploring that specific scene and leaving that subtle with guesses. Oh. Between the attacks is the same, although there's not a difference between them. Within the swinging whirlwind, flying clods, and the rain of broken gravestones, Saber rushes in without even dirtying her armor and attacks Berserker. Ellipses, it is a divine work of utmost excellence. Is that the same? Between the attacks, within the swinging whirlwind, and flying clods, then the rain of broken gravestones, Saber rushes in without even dirtying her armor and dubba. Okay, now it's the same. It's the same. Alright. I got it. We figured it out. We found the change. Alright, we'll follow this one through now. Let's see. Between the attacks with it's a divine work. My fears disappeared. The battle is totally impossible. I am fascinated. I could not believe it. All this is boring. I was seeing her. Dancing swords within the Bubba, that sounds funny.
やっぱりね
I thought it was so strange. She blocked Berserker's sword on purpose. Wow, she's so good with tactics. Wow, what a good fighter. Oh my gosh. I want to see if this goes to the same choice. Archer's arrows. Those words catch my attention. Backup was meaningless from the start. Tosaka murmurs. I don't think Archer's arrows were meaningless, to be honest. I think those arrows definitely mattered, Ren. You're selling them short. Shiro's arrows definitely mattered. Archer isn't here. Yeah, okay. We skip a little through. Skip. I want to see if we can get to that choice. I assume we still get to the same choice, but it's just interesting because there's so much... There's so much different. She got him! Snaps her fingers. Yeah, she said Saber Sword must hit Berserker. Berserker's body hold loses Sibabu. Habadu lashes out. She dodges. This is it. As his desperate attack were dodged, Berserker loses balance even more, and Saber bends her knee. You dare bend your knee? She's charged in with all power. Right then, Archer, what do you mean? Get away! Archer, what do you mean get away? I noticed Tosaka's confused voice, and sensed an intent to kill. Ah, I see. Get away went into, like, Rin's head, and Shiro heard it because he's also Shiro. Notice Tosaki's confused. Archer, Rin Saber lay boner way too strong. Archer didn't matter. Only my babe mattered. Oh, because Rin's like, Archer's arrows don't matter. You mean Archer isn't just good at close-up fights against people like Lancer? Isn't that his main use? Most Tosaki's confused voice and sense intent to kill aim from a faraway place. Right, so then the choice should still be here, right? Ah, yes, the one image of Archer with his actual frickin' bow and arrow. The image is fine, but nothing too special. I don't know if I care to save it. I'm not gonna save it in my image bank. It's such a boring bow too. Behind me, I see the knight in red standing on the rooftop. Dashes. It's either nausea or chill. He's riding a bow that's not any different before. Cannot even scratch Berserker, even with a direct hit. So there is no need to feel anything from it. But he's shooting a sword with his bow. I feel a chill. What he's riding in the bow is not an arrow, but something completely different. And his intent to kill isn't just a... Okay, it's the same. Sabe! I act instinctively. What? No, come back, Saber! Wait, what? Where's the choice? When I notice, I'm yelling at the top of my lungs. No choice? That's different.
Master.
Or no, there is a choice. It's just not happens yet. Saber slows down. She hears my voice. But that's not enough. She won't make it if she only slows down. It's dangerous, so please stay back. No, you're in danger. Just come here. I reach out to her with my hand. Oh no, I think we did skip the choice. Okay, this skips that choice. Interesting. You're in danger. Just come here. I reach out to her with my hand. I am? Dashes. So first you called out, now you're reaching out. She must have understood me as she turns her back to Berserker and jumps through with all her might. Right after her retreat, he shoots the arrow. Interesting. Let me look at this. No, come back, Saber. Sabe, I act instinctively. I feel a chill. I act instinctively. Tentacle isn't just directed at Berserker. I act instinctively. When I notice I'm yelling at the top of my lungs, Master, Saber slows down. She hears my voice. But that's not enough. She won't make it if she only slows down. I think that's new, too. Stay back. No, you're in danger. Just come here. I reach out my hand with my... I am? She must have understood me. She turns her back to Berserker and jumps with all her might. Now, I want to remind myself of something. She shoots the arrow. He might just fucking die, but there should be a different Taiga Dojo then. Hold on, I'm running out of these fucking save points on this screen. Okay. Forced choice? Is there a Taiga Dojo? There shouldn't be, based on what I understand. Okay, is there a Taiga Dojo? So we're going to load up this actual choice now. He shoots the laser. Right, because I chose to bring back Saber. Which I think is different from what he's doing. I think they initiated the callback Saber. And this takes too many save points. So if I bring back Saber, that's what I did. Yeah.
Saber!
Right, so if I go to history... he still acts instinctively, but there's no choice. His intent to kill isn't just directed as Berserker. Right. So it gives you the same one? Automatically? Interesting. Huh. Saber! Before I realize it, I'm running out for my cover. Hey, hold on! This seems a little different, right? Yeah, this is definitely different. Before I realize it, I'm running out for my cover. Hey, hold on! I run at full speed towards Saber. Shiro! It gave me a skip scene, but this is different. I mean, it's different from the other version. Saber sees me and stops her attack on Berserker. I can make it! I can feel the danger coming up behind me. Why did you come out? I ignore her, run to her at full speed, and grab her arm. Are you insane, Master?
話は後いいからこっち
We'll talk back. Just come this way. Yeah, I suppose maybe they automatically give you callback. So it's interesting they gave me an option to skip scene. Because it gave me an option to skip scene, but if they automatically you on callback, then that's very interesting. Automatically locked you on callback, which you have apparently already seen already. I have definitely not already seen callback. I can guarantee that. I didn't go back to look at callback. I stuck with... If I've seen callback, I don't remember ever choosing it. I definitely chose bring back. I grab Saber in my arms and jump away. The arrow is released. Archer's arrow, I do not remember. Prove me wrong. Go back in my playthrough and find it. I don't remember ever selecting callback. No, I don't believe I did press it and go through fully. That was my first time doing callback. Prove me wrong. You can find it in my old streams. I definitely went straight for bring back. I thought a lot about it. I went straight for bring back. I don't think I ever chose callback. Archer's arrows have not had any effect so far. The black giant ignores it as if saying it's not worth blocking. Okay, now this versus this. Or this. Right after a retreat. She might have understood me. She turns her back to Berserker and jumps away with all her might. Because then why would skip scene brought up if he didn't even finish the scene? Yeah, I don't know how that works. I reach at her with my hand. Won't make it if she only slows down. Yeah, so this seems like it's probably callback. I could compare that to actually picking callback. Right after a retreat, he shoots the arrow. Okay, now it seems to be going more or less the same. Saber jumps back like a spark, and Berserker tries to pursue Saber. Archer's arrow is fired right between them. Archer's arrow have not had any effect so far. The black giant ignores her, saying it's not worth blocking, but at that moment, the black giant turns his might back to us and attacks the arrow coming on with all his might. So maybe Saber gets injured in this one instead of Shiro? In that instant. Oh, and that might be, because this is the third night, that could be referring to bring back third night. Because there's call back versus bring back. Call the servant back versus bring them back. It's interesting that would matter for Rin's choice. Which means I did that one right at least. But that's interesting. That would make sense if there's no Taiga Dojo. That could be the difference. Is that bring back is what Rin wanted. Maybe because she wants you to be the hero. That constantly always jumping in and all that. Because with callback, maybe Saber gets hurt and you can still continue. But you were less heroic. You were less confident in your stance. I want to try to figure out what exactly all the little hints and stuff mean for myself, like the bring back. But I figure that's what that is now that I think about it. In that instant, all sound is lost. So is Saber hurt in this one? Dashes. I throw myself on top of Saber and brace myself. Or no. Or was it just the fact that Rin watched? I throw myself on top of Saber and brace myself. Maybe I've gone deaf as I can't hear anything. All I can feel is the heat burning my skin, the shaking. Or do you still get injured the same way? Many things go flying through the air and a piece of something pierces my back. Ellipses! I grit my teeth and endure it. The blinding light must have only lasted for an instant. I managed to survive the destruction. Does it play basically the same at this point? Whoa! Saber is staring in astonishment. I'm doing the same as well. I don't know what happened. Archer's arrow razed the cemetery in an instant. There's a crater at the center of the explosion. Archer has created this destruction. The giant still exists in spite of such abolition. It doesn't look like Shiro's extra hurt at the moment. Because you say he... Okay. Many things go flying through the air and a piece of something pierces him. Oh no, it still happens. Alright. They just haven't really talked much about it. He's unwounded! Right, and then Ilya walks away. Black Giant is standing there in the fire, and everybody watches the I think we should be on callback timeline. I'm pretty sure. I'll double check and actually click callback in a second, but... The cracking of the flames is the only sound present. No, we're definitely on callback. We're on whatever this version forced me into. The cracking of the flames is the only sound present. Right when I start to think that this might turn into a big fire. Huh? Something rolls toward me with a noise. A sword. No, it's an arrow. Arrow with a gorgeous hilt and a spiral blade. Even if it's a sword, maybe it is kind of a weird combination. Whatever the fuck this version is, because there's no choice. Arrow with a gorgeous hilt and a spiral blade. Legit have never seen this? I showed you something new then. Even if it's a sword, it's an arrow if it's used as a projectile. Maybe the fact that Shiro still... chose to go when he could have ran back to the house because he made the choice that made him more determined to still take the blow for Saber, even though Saber would have taken the blow in the other callback version? Never chose to stay still. Even if it's a sword, it's an arrow if it's used as a projectile, yes. Dashes. I don't know why it catches my attention. The arrow broken by Berserk disappears as if melting in the fire. It fades away. And now Ilya walks away. Do we get a cool image of Ilya? Fades away like candy melting under heat. It makes me feel like vomiting for some reason.
Shiro,
that was... It was Archer's error. I don't know anything else about it. I raise my head to look at distant Archer. Dashes. I shouldn't be able to see him. But I do. He's smiling. Damn him! I feel a headache. Yabba dabba da, hooba dooba doo, hooba dooba doo.
ふーん、見直したわ、リン。やるじゃない。あなたのアーチャー。
Do we get a cool image or does he just walk away? I forget. I think it's just this image, which is pretty cool already. But I forget if there's one with Ilya in it. I don't think so. A better opinion, you ran your archer's pretty good. The girl's cheerful voice I can see.
戻りなさい、バーサーカー。つまらないことは初めに済まそうと思ったけど。
What does she exactly say when she leaves here? Alright, come back, Berserk. I wanted to get the boring stuff over with first, but I've changed my mind. Is this the boring stuff? The black shadow wavers. The giant starts to retreat through the fire.
何よ。
That's not
こ
bad.
こまでやって逃げる気?
That's a cool little silhouette version. Yeah, what'd you do for a whole week, Ilya? That's what I want to know. What was she doing? You should at least kill me at some point. You running away after all this?
ええ、気が変わったの。セイバーはいらないけど、あなたのアーチャーには興味が湧いたわ。
I was waiting for the follow-up. There was no follow-up.
もうしばらくは生かしておいてあげる。
Yep. I've changed my mind. I don't want Saber, but I'm interested in Archer now, so I'll let you live for a bit longer. Okay. Where's the follow-up for being interested in Archer? Crumble, crumble, crumble. The giant disappears. Alright, that's enough of that. I'm pretty sure this is the callback. I'm pretty sure that was callback, but like, the forced whatever that was, now we can go to the actual thing. Here it is. This one. Right. She had to reorganize the head shelf to make room. So if I actually click callback. Yeah, this feels similar when I notice I'm yelling at the top of my lungs. Probably not the exact same. Master? Saber slows down when she hears my voice. Okay, it's pretty darn similar, but I think there is a slight difference? I don't remember. That's not enough. She'll make it if she only slows down. Very similar, very similar. Please stay back. Yeah, now you're in danger. Come here. I reach out with my hand. I am. She must have understood me. She turns back to Berserker and jumps. Right after a retreat, he shoots the arrow. So this is going to have a different ending then? That seems to be what people like Wise have been implying in the chat. Archer's arrow is fired right between them. Not had any effect so far. The black giant ignores it as if saying it's not blocking. But at that moment, now he blocks it. The black giant, oh, he's not covering Saber? Oh, was he supposed to? I don't remember if that happens yet or later, but sure. Turns his back to us and attacks the arrow, coming from him with all his might. In that instant, all sound is lost. Dashes. I throw my... It still says it. I throw myself on top of Saber and brace myself. Maybe I've gone deaf as I can't hear anything. All I can feel is the heat burning my skin and shaking of the ground. Many things go flying through the air. Pierce or something. Pierce. It still feels the same. It's the same. Maybe all of you are wrong. Maybe there was no difference. Ever. And you all play tricks on your mind. Maybe it all affects his Rin's perspective. I grit my teeth and endure it. Yeah, it still seems like it's the same, whether you call back or bring back. But, based on what Rin has said, I guess the idea, based on Rin's Taiga Dojo, it seems likely. Let me delete a couple of these, but not all of these. Get rid of it. I'm going to keep this one. And get rid of it. And this one, get rid of it. Right. I want this one because I like this image. I want to keep this. I'm going to reorganize this later anyways. This is technically a different choice, so I guess I'll keep it for now. Right. So, it seems like it probably just affects Rin's nonsense. However, let me remind myself if there's any other choices on the third night. I don't think so. I think that's exactly it. So I think we're just set in that department. First day breakfast choice. Are we gearing up for the run? Not really. It was just, I was curious about this, and I wondered if there was more Tiger Dojos there. Let's see here. First day, and then this is 12th day. That's not it. First day after school. This is first day after dinner. This is 13th day, so that's not it. And then this is the next choice. And this is all third night. And then the next choice is fourth day. So that's definitely it. It's bring back. You have to bring back Saber. Okay, that's what it means. Oh, I've realized I've just run out of water. Okay, so I'm a little interested in some of these other choices. I might poke around in some of the other choices later. But for now, I do want to try to get the rest of the Taiga Dojos. So, my second guess is Caster's first fight, where the next Taiga Dojo is. So, we're going to look there. Oh, it's possible there's a Taiga Dojo here, actually. I guess that's the question, is there even a choice during the fight with Caster? Because there was a little skirmish with Ryder. I forgot about this. There could be a Taiga Dojo there. That would be good for Ryder. It would be good on Ryder if she manages to, I'd say good for her if she manages to get one bad ending in on me before, dying abruptly. Let's see here. Haven't even read the choices. Okay. This is Archer versus Caster. Maybe is there no choice? I guess there's no choice in the fight. Interesting. So can you just never lose to Caster? That'd be interesting if you can never, okay. That's my new idea then. My new idea is that you die during the Rider section then. Alright, I forgot about that, but that could lead to a meaningful death. Okay, so this is the verse Tosaka. I think this choice meant nothing. It was this choice that killed me, right? Yeah. That sounds correct. So, I might follow up on this, but I believe for now I'm trying to purposely find the choices that will kill me, so I think it's this one. Dashes. The nail comes for me. My body still moves. I use the command spell. Fight using my remaining left arm. I can pull out this nail in my right arm. Okay, so I guess this could lead to a bad ending. I'm trying to think. Let's see here. What did I do last time? You didn't use the command spell here, I don't believe. No, you do it without using the command spell, because I thought the command spell would lead to a trap. I thought they had set up some kind of trap, that's right. Because he already used his first command spell, I don't remember when he used his second one, whatever. No, he used his second one to summon them to the school, later on, when Caster kills Ryder. And then the third one gets used later, right. Ryder seemed like she was baiting Shiro to summon Saber. Yeah, that's what I was guessing, so I didn't use the command spell. Fight using my remaining left arm. I don't remember if I choose I can pull out this nail or fight using my remaining left arm, but if anything seems incorrect to me, it's use the command spell, because he doesn't and we still survive in this fight, so I'm going to try using the command spell. First, though, I think I will have an intermission. Why do I need to save? I don't need to save, it's just the choice. All right, so right then, intermission. Oh, also a fun thought about the idea that caster, there's no choice in the initial caster archer fight. I've mused about the idea before that Shiro is that there's something going on with the Grail that lets him make choices to alter fate, where like normally people are fated into one fate, but Shiro can alter fate by choosing. But maybe future Shiro's determination at this point in the narrative overrides past Shiro's. So when they're too close in proximity, maybe past Shiro can't make choices. So maybe future Shiro makes all the right choices for him in the caster fight. And that's why there's no problems. I don't know. Alright, so anyways, use the command spell. Sure. Let's try it. I can't match this servant. Then I should use my free hand and call for the one who can beat her. I don't know how to use it. It will be interesting if there actually is a trap that Ryder has for Saber, because it goes nowhere. Like, through the course of the actual normal narrative, we never see her make use of this. Maybe it's something she normally will make use of in Timeline 3 to better effect against some other servant that isn't Saber, because, you know, Saber's our servant. That can't happen. I assume. I don't know how to use it. But I've used it before, so there's no way I wouldn't be able to now. Please come, Saber! Does she actually come? Oh, this is definitely a bad end, then. My field of vision is filled with light. Oh, shoot. Ryder's got some cool trap card to fuck up Saber. Interesting. I thought so, but it never went anywhere in the actual timeline. Huh. Okay. Unless her trap card is just that she's gonna ram her with, her unicorn. Maybe she already has the unicorn prepped. I don't know. My field of vision is filled with light. It might be the effect of the command spells. I feel pain in my left hand. I hear the splashing of blood. Oh, fuck. What? I feel pain from my left hand. Oh, boy. Ryder legit just needs to execute her full field to become an actual threat. What happened? Did she, like, slice your hand with the command spell off? When I open my eyes. Uh-oh, what happened? What's the damage? That doesn't sound pleasant. In fact, it sounds painful. The command spells are fading in my arm. Are they being super vague about this on purpose? Maybe they're trying to not show what Ryder's actually doing because they're going to save it for like her load that she's going to unload in Timeline 3 as a twist. The command spells are fading in my arm. Woof. He is so good at sounding in pain. Good job, Shiro's actor. An unconscious howl escapes my throat. My vocal organs appeal to me about the pain.
上出来です。左手だけを自由に動かせるようにすれば。
You wanted me to use my command spell, so I wasn't crazy. Well done. You were bound to use your command spell if I kept your left hand free. And why did you want me to use my command spell? What do you gain from that?
先ほどいろいろとさえずっていましたが、追い詰めればあなたも他のマスターと変わらない。霊樹によってサーバントを律するだけの人間です。
Interesting. You were twittering nonsense before, but you are no different from other masters once I've cornered you. You are only a person who binds the servant using your command spell. Okay, I think I've talked about this idea before, the idea that she doesn't like Shinji. Because she talked about she didn't really like humans or something in Timeline 1. It's been a while. But, I understand the possible perspective that she doesn't necessarily like Shinji and that she thinks the way the servants and master system works is kind of fucked up, maybe? I could see that. Interesting. So maybe she didn't have a specific trap, but rather it was more of a moral trap, where she was goading Shiro to use it for him to sink to that level, because Shiro seemed like a goody-goody. And maybe she's like, oh yeah? I bet I can prove too you're not a goody-goody, and you're actually going to use a command spell and manipulate your servant. Maybe because she's already had a command spell from Shinji used on her, and it's a really disgusting one or something. And just in general, I don't know, maybe she has a problem with the idea of servants and masters in general. The same as human enslaving animals. Maybe just in general she has a slavery problem. She does seem to like her animals. There's that too. Slavery problem, maybe also a problem with the way humans treat animals. I could see a couple of those. Shinji's definitely someone gross who may have already used a command spell on Ryder in a weird way. So, okay. I can understand that. It wasn't that she had a specific trap. She could have killed him at any time, but she waited too long, so Rin showed up and bailed him out, which I think is fine. So I can see the idea that she's testing him to be like, prove to me that you're as bad as I think you are. And he never gets to the point of proving it, so she doesn't actually go all the way. Rin stops her before, she would have bothered going all the way despite that. Interesting. So the way to maybe get Ryder on your side is to be like, hey, I won't use my command spell. And we have to maybe free Ryder from Shinji's grossness. But also it seems like there could be some Shinji development, so I don't know. Can they both develop and be saved, even if maybe Ryder doesn't like Shinji? Does Ryder not like Shinji? She said he was a good boy, though, to be fair, in Timeline 1, that could have been a lie, but she said he was a good boy in Timeline 1 or something that you should trust, which I'm like, okay. Maybe there's some truth in that, and she does think maybe Shinji hasn't used a command spell on her, but given Ryder's physique, I feel like Shinji has definitely played with her in ways that Ryder would not be comfortable with if she, maybe she's had a similar command spell used on her where it's like, don't talk bad about me. Similar to Rin's general one on Archer. I don't think Shinji's general command spell would be as good, but maybe if it was powered up by some kind of mockery nonsense. She thought Shiro would be better because he actually fought 1v1, but he just reserved. Now he just reversed that, yeah. Interesting. I mean, Shiro definitely wants to protect Saber, so... there's room for the character to potential heel face turn then. For everyone! Everyone can heel face turn. I mean, except for Gilgamesh, he's just a dick. That is the question of how much she dislikes Shinji. I assume she dislikes Shinji a lot, but, things in Timeline 1 suggest otherwise, but... He basically dead the moment she stabbed him or something. At this point, I think that good boy comment was a lie or sarcasm. I think it was either a lie... or she was saying it because she felt compelled to by some grody command spell? I don't know. Interesting. It won't stop. The blood coming out from my left arm won't stop. There's no way it'll be stopped if there's a wound this big.
あなたに令状を使わせる。この狩りの中で私が自身に課した条件は満たし
To
ま
make
し
you
た。
use your command spell, I have fulfilled the condition I set for myself. Oh, were you not willing to kill me until I used my command spell? You were continuously toying me? You just wanted to push me to that position? Interesting. Maybe you went soft on Shiro, I mean, he's already used one command spell in this timeline earlier in the timeline, and you should be able to know that. Maybe you don't. But maybe you just needed to see him use one personally. Given how he went after and fought you. He was also trying to fight alone, in timeline 1 too. And, I mean, I guess Ryder was going a little easy on him, but not too easy. She was willing to, like, drain him a bit. Even in, like, she knocks him out of a window in one timeline, and there, she was forced to use the command spell. But before that, she doesn't knock him out of the window, and there's some other thing where you do some tactic incorrectly, and she just drains you. I believe Shinji does say to, like, Ryder, Ryder does say, are you sure you don't want to let him live? Because maybe Ryder has some respect, and then Shinji's like, no, kill him. But I guess in that one, Shinji is directly there at that point, but... This makes Ryder a bit less of a bitch. Yeah, there's room for a nice development. Possibly she was holding back in all Shiro fights. Yeah, maybe. Interesting. I fulfilled the condition I set for myself.
あとはもう一つ。あなたの目をくり抜くことですが。まあ、それは許してあげま
Oh
しょう。
boy.
あなたの苦悶の声だけで
She knows exactly how to
十
push
分
my
すぎるほど
buttons.
満たされた。
I really
こ
wonder
れ
what
で
it
眼球まで
means.
掴み出してしまったら、
I really wonder what it means that
間
we...
違いなく達してしまいますから。
Oh, so good. She's the only true name we don't have. Her voice actors just got that nice way of speaking, but also, speak these sweet nothings to me. I mean, Ilya is my bad girl of choice, I would say, but you know, Ryder definitely gives a run for the money. The other thing would be to gouge your eyes out. But I shall spare you from that. You fulfilled me enough with your voice of anguish. I'll orgasm if I gouge your eyes out as well. Yes, talk more sweet nothings to me, Ryder. I love it. I mean, I think you just haven't been around enough, but I think you could definitely fulfill my fetishes. Just like Ilya has in the past, but... And just like with Ilya, I'll save Ryder with my penis too! Haha! My bleeding won't stop. My consciousness fades. Before I really die, I have to call for Saber with my command spell.
十分な出血量です。本来なら胸をえぐって息の根を止めますが、
That is enough bleeding.
それはあなたの健闘をたたえて控えましょ
I
う。
would have gouged out your chest, but I shall restrain myself since you have put up a good fight. Oh, look at that. She's being nice, showing compassion. I mean, the real compassionate thing, I guess, would be to give me a quick death at this point, but...
アーチャーのマスターもじき到着します。運が良ければ助かるでしょうが、
Oh. You're gonna let me live?
助かったところで
Or theoretically let me live?
もう脳はまともに機能しないでしょうね。
Archer's master should be here soon. You should survive if you're lucky. But your brain will not function even if you are saved. Oh, be fully brain dead. That's not very nice. Yeah, definitely on the sadistic side. That brain damage. Ellipses! Ellipses, 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 ellipses. I don't feel any pain. Hey, that's good. I bleed while suspended in midair. Saber, I have to call Saber. No, but you never make it, thankfully. Dead end? Not bad end? Does that mean you don't die? I don't know. What's the difference again? Ryder is my actual favorite girl if I met her in real life. What? Of course, with all the magic killer servant thing. Can Avalon heal brain death? Debatable. I thought you... Waz, didn't you allude to earlier about not being a fan of characters like Ilya because, you like, you know, you've had trouble with real life... Was it not the sadist part? Was it actually the, lolly part that gave you, cause? Anyways, or was it someone else who said that? I feel like it was you who said that, Wise. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm remembering wrong. I could definitely be remembering wrong. Bad end equal doesn't die. Dead end does die. Oh, okay. I don't know if that's true. I feel like there have been some potential exceptions to that, but... I mean, at least that's potentially better than living as a vegetable. Is the tag, did you take the advice? Sure. The clinginess was the problem? Ryder's not clingy at all? It was you. The clinginess of Ilya is the problem? What? Oh, I thought you had a problem with her sadistic nature. So you're saying the whole time that the sadism wasn't your issue. I thought the whole time that was your issue. I mean, the clinginess, sure, that can be problematic, but I can work that out. I mean, I'll take the clinginess over... I mean... Oh, Ryder's sadism, I would say, at least in general. Ryder has a lot of general sadism. Ilya, though, I mean, she does, but I think she has more specific sadism for Shiro, or at least thinks she does, in certain pathways. Uh. Hi, does everyone support Tiger Dojo?
やる気出ないよ。蛇とか雲って怖いよね。
I don't like doing this. Snakes and spiders sure are scary. Spiders? You mean, are you doing a Matto reference because they have bugs?
わけわかんない。タイガ、今日はどうしたのよ。
I don't get it. What's wrong with you today, Taiga?
私蛇ダメなのよ。雲もダメ。基本的に壁に這うのはみんなダメ。
Well, I hate snakes. I hate spiders as well. I hate things that crawl in general.
へえ。でもヘビはお酒よ。タイガ、お酒好きでしょ？
Wow, but snakes are in sake. You like sake, right? I don't know if snakes are in all sake. Are they? I gotta Google that shit. They might actually be about to answer that question, but screw it. Are snakes in sake? Habushu is a traditional form of Okinawan rice liquor that comes with a fang-bearing pit viper coiled at the bottom of the bottle known as Protothrob's flavor. They're simply habu, the venom. Maybe this is just Ilya when she drinks it. She thinks it's normal because Einsworms are crazy. Does sake have snake in it? Oh, some sake, not all sake? Why do they put snakes in sake? This method is said to negate the drink's unpleasant smell through the removal of the intestines. Oh, so snakes make things smell better? The snake's venom is negated by the alcohol. Oh, wow, that's hardcore. Alright. Ryder is a snake spider. I guess. I mean, I suppose that's the implication. But snakes are in sake. You like sake, right?
その間違った知識はどこから来たのか。
Where did you get that wrong information? Hey, I googled it. It's not wrong in all sakes.
ともかく蛇は良くないの。しかも鎖で白を吊るし上げるなんて悪女も悪女。マスターの少年が知れるってもんだわ。
Oh, I see. You're calling Shinji the snake and Ryder the spider? Like your spider rider? Calling all spider riders. Let's ride. Oh, it's been forever. Oh, boy. I'm surprised that song is still in my head. I don't know if I've actually went on my to listen to that since I watched it on TV. Hold on. When did that air on TV? I don't think I went on my way to listen to that song, and yet it's in my head. Spider Rider air date. List of Spider Rider episodes. 2006? Oh my gosh. That is 15 years ago. Is that in English? English. 15 years ago. Wow, really? It's still in my head. It's still in my head. Wow, okay. Anyways, she's a real witch to hang Shiro with a chain. I can see her master's character from how she's acting. They both foo at the same time. Are they both fooing about Shinji? Ilya, how much do you know about Shinji? I mean, you killed him in one timeline, and then you were kind of, sort of, killed by him by proximity, by proxy in the other timeline. Spider Rider, so she's a drow, or an albino drow, also half Yuan-Ti? Sure.
ちょっとなんでそこで笑うのよあなたたち。
Hey, why are you two laughing?
別にタイガは勇敢だなーって。
I guess Shinji could be a snake or a spider, but if he's the spider for being a Mato, Ryder as a snake also works, I suppose. Nothing. I'm just thinking how brave you are to do the dojo in face of the spiders and snakes. Rin and Ilya, as usual, on a somewhat similar page. Are they as usual on a similar page? They definitely have parallels with each other, but yeah, I suppose it's like, I feel like though the parallels just mean let you notice the differences, but I guess there are some where they're on the same page. I don't know if it's usual though. Nothing, I'm just thinking of how brave you are.
余命あと7回か。
Only 7 more times until you're dead. What? What? Taiga's dead? Rin! Why are you two laughing? Snakes are bad, and she's a real witch to hang Shiro with a chain. Master's character for how she's acting. Oh no, you mean if you insult the Master's character, you'll die?
なんか仲いいなお前たち。そして余命あと7回ってどういうことなのか教えてほしい。
You two sure are close. And what do you mean by 7 more times till I'm dead? I mean, I feel like before that, before you get knocked unconscious, we'll have had less than 7 or more than 7 Taiga Dojos. I don't know, actually. Oh yeah, Shinji's definitely a leech, for sure.
さあ、それは第25話以降をお楽しみにってことで。
Oh, fuck! Who knows? I guess we can look forward to the 25th Taiga Dojo. That'll be the first one of Timeline 3 in theory, so... is Taiga gonna die in 7 more dojos? Oh, shoot! I doubt they would reveal that here, but, I assume... Like, they say she's not in the timeline much. They did kind of a tease for it. But I assume that, maybe she'll only die, you know, in narrative. Wait, this would be the... Hold on. The 17th. No, yeah, and 7 more. Or is this the 18th? What are we on? No, this should be the 17th. So 7 more, wouldn't it be 18th? Does that mean that she's going to be taken out by Ryder in Timeline 3 or something? Why are you two laughing? How brave you are. 7 more times until you're dead. Don't mean actual Taiga. Taiga. This Taiga. Oh, this Taiga might die in the Taiga dojos? But it seems like Ilia's not going to be around either. So actual Taiga dying, who would even be around for the Taiga dojos? I guess we can look forward to the 25th Taiga dojo.
で、師匠、いつもの稽古はどうするの？
So what should we do about the usual training, dying master? Huh?
したくないけどする。
I don't want to do it, but I will.
では、シロは霊樹に頼らずに頑張ること。以上。
Nope, Shiro should do his best without using his command spell, that's all. I like that in the Timeline 1 bad ends, they spend it a bit more time being, this is important, here's what you have to do differently, and they tend to really soak that in. But in the Timeline 2 ones, it's a lot more spending time on the actual hijinks, and they kind of just throw in the right answer out there, because they know it's not that important, because the character development on realizing it's not that important in the final Timeline 1 bad end. So in Timeline 2, they're like, okay, fine, here's what you're supposed to do. I enjoy the progression. Even if it doesn't progress in the sense of they didn't change the background, there's still definitely progression in the Taiga dojos, which I appreciate. Sure should do his best without using the command spell. That's all.
何それ？師匠前と言ってること違う。霊樹はバンバン使えって言ってたじゃない。
What is that, dying master? That's not what you said before. You told us to go on and use the command spell. Yeah, in Timeline 1, when you fought Reiner, you had to use it. But, you know, this is a different circumstance, because in that one, Ryder didn't have him by a thread. He was falling out the window. In this one, Ryder had him by a thread. And I was smart enough. I was like, I thought it was a trap. I mean, it was kind of a trap, just not the trap I was expecting. So I made the Ryder choice. I'm a good renegade. Or a bad renegade, because renegade means you're renegading away from the norm. However, I spell my name wrong, which means that's not what I mean. What? You told us to go on and use the command spell.
仕方ないでしょう。残り2個しかないんだから。それにこのヘビ女。シロを試してる節があるから、安易に逃げ道に走ると危ないのよ。
When did you say to use the command spell? Oh, you mean in the other timeline. Oh, but here, though, you only have 2 left, so even more reason to not waste one, where in the other one it was your first one. That's true as well. It can't be helped since there are only 2 left. And it looks like this snake woman is testing Shiro, since when is she a snake woman? So it's dangerous to take the easy way out. So I guess Mato is the spider, because, you know, the Matos, spiders, bugs. And she's a snake, huh? This time not using it didn't work. Wait, you mean that time not using it didn't work, and this time using it didn't work? Uh-huh. But I think they both make sense in context. I chose right both times, so I am so good at fighting Ryder. It's dangerous to take the easy way out. Uh-huh. Like, the Ryder bad ending. Oh, that was so good, where she, like, drained my blood or something in Timeline 1. Oh, I didn't get that one without having to go to my way to find it, but, oh, so worth it. This one was alright, too. Yes, give me more bad endings, writer, please. Maybe I have something to look forward to in Timeline 3. If we don't know her true name yet, she should be important. Oh, I can see that. Yeah, I guess she does move around kind of like a snake, because she's got, like... She fights using those chains or something like that. When she's close up with those daggers. Or is there no chains? Maybe I'm imagining the chains. Yeah, moving around like a snake. I can see that analogy, I just don't remember it, but it's been a while. So it's dangerous to take the easy way out. Is testing Shiro, correct. It looks like the snake woman is testing Shiro.
あと師匠って呼ぶな。
And don't call me Dying Master!
師匠、私そろそろこの芸風に我慢できなくなってきたかな。
Master, I'm beginning to not be able to tolerate this anymore. Which is, yeah, good. You shouldn't take that abuse, Elia. Not only are you great because you're Elia, but also abuse is bad. Even for slapstick, how dare. When they were scaling the wall like a spider, they said she was snake-like. When they were scaling it like a spider? There's chains. There is. Okay, good. That helps with her sadism nature. But also, I just remember there being chains because I relate it to... I relate the way she fights with her daggers to the way a certain other character fights in... Oh, what's the name of it? I'm now forgetting. Camphor! Which I guess is the idea, is the kunai with chain. I just hadn't really seen it used in action before. Aside from Yu-Gi-Oh! The kunai with chain weapon... before Camphor, I don't think I'd seen it much used as an actual weapon in, like, an anime like this. Master, me not being able to tolerate this anymore.
レディの頭を叩くなんて普通許されないと思うの。
I don't think it's forgivable to hit a lady's head. You shouldn't be hitting anyone's head. But yes, especially not Elia-chan's.
そうはいきません。
No can do. Well, she heals pretty damn quickly.
今まで隠しておりましたが、実はとある嘆願書がこのコーナーには届けられているのです。
Oh, fuck. What is this? No can do. I've kept it a secret until now, but there's a petition that was sent to me. Petition to hit Elia more for all the harm she caused me in Timeline 1? That's okay. I forgive her.
本編でやりたい放題している悪行ロリッコをどうか先生のお力で構成させてほしい。
It sucks as an actual weapon, but it's cool as an anime weapon. I can get behind that logic. Please re-educate the selfish lolly child with your powers, sensei. I bet Rin would have given that note. Frickin' Rin, how dare you? It sounds like a Rin. I could be wrong, but it sounds like it. Also, selfish lolly, first of all, I enjoy her when she's kind of selfish. Lolly, okay, yeah, kind of.
その切実な願いを聞き届けて、私は鬼となってイリアちゃんを鍛えることにしたの
I
で
have
す。
read this and decided to act like a devil to train you. I mean, I suppose there's some fairness to that, given that, you know, she made her own joke about being a devil, as it were. It takes a devil to train a devil.
何それ？嘆願書って誰からよ？
What is that? Who's this petition from?
それは秘密です。
That's a
と
secret.
いうか、知られたらまたひどい目に遭わされるから内緒にしてほしい
Oh!
とシロからことづかっているのです。
Taiga Dojo Rin seems, yeah, Rin's definitely very chill and all the time she shows up, riding a car. Signed literally every other character in the VN. Not me, though. Shiro has told me. Shiro told you, so she knows about it? Please keep it a secret and she'll do terrible things to me if she finds out. Wait. No, it's Shiro. Wait. It is Shiro. Shiro, how dare you? Not your Elia-chan. I mean, she likes Elia and doesn't think she should be getting involved in those fights, but, you know, that dark personality. Wow, Shiro. You got dark all of a sudden. Maybe it's actually from future Shiro, pretending to be past Shiro. Yes, it's the Shiro in the Taiga-verse. In the Taiga-verse, Shiro is different from regular Shiro. He's a bit more cutthroat.
なんだ、嘆願書ってシロからなんだ。
How dare you, Shiro? Don't you like your, little sister slash waifu? So the petition's from Shiro, huh? I mean, yeah, he's dead. That would be why it's a Taiga Dojo. Fair, fair, fair. But Elia hasn't killed me at all in this timeline, and I don't think she will. So, you know, I don't think it's really fair for Shiro to be sending these from his death. So the petition's from Shiro, huh?
しまった、断じて違う。私は秘密工作員ではない。
Crap! No, it's not! I'm not a secret agent!
というか、せめて手加減してやってほしい。
At the very least, please go easy on him. Oh, Elia. Oh, Shiro, you just made Elia enjoy your torment more.
兄ちゃんたら今度会ったらどうしてやろうかしら。
Of course, geez. What should I do to Oni-chan the next time I see him? Ellipses. Oh boy, look at what you've done, Taiga. Look at what you've done. Hopefully Elia can at least give us one bad ending in Timeline 3 before we save her with our penis. Hopefully.
これにて一件落着。では引き続きこの悪魔っ子に捕まらぬよう本編を戦い抜いてほしい。
Well, everything is settled now. Please fight through the main story without seeing this devil child. I want to see this devil child. She said Archer something something, and then we never got to see her. Ah! How dare you, game. I like the devil child. She's best girl. You know what? No, she's best character. I talked about, Shinji Kira, but now that I can see the Taiga Dojos again, this counts. This counts for Ilia time. I like Ilia a lot. She's a spoiled child who clearly needs discipline and a firm guiding hand. I don't know if she needs that kind of firm guiding hand. It still doesn't make abuse like that okay, I would say. Sure, there's ways that she can be unspoiled for sure. But, you know, you don't have to do it the tough love way. But okay, so... what's next? My next guess is in the Kuzuki fight. So, let us see then. So yeah, there's a choice here. And then if we move along in the choices... wait, that's not that Kazuki choice. I want to reorganize these so they're in order, but... Seventh day, boundary field activation... Oh, I wonder if there's this choice will kill me. I don't think so, but maybe it will. I'll go back to that one in a second. Let's see here. 8th, wait, hold on. But this is a bad ending. It should be after this, right? Now I'm curious what is it with that choice. Yeah, it should be after that one. If you aren't hurting, you aren't learning. I disagree with that wholeheartedly. Oh man, I disagree so bad with the notion that no pain, no gain. Oof. You want a quick little quip that I disagree with more? More than no pain, no gain? It'll be hard pressed to find one. Physical abuse will not affect Ilia. We saw her training. I mean, no, yes, that's a bad thing. It's a bad thing that her training was like that. But yeah, physical abuse probably wouldn't change that. She needs emotional. Okay, yeah, so it would be after this, which does make me curious about this. But again, I'm looking for the actual bad ends right now. So then, let's see here. So I went for that one. Then there's, oh, right, this. I wonder if you could die in this choice. I doubt it, maybe. Ambush. Right, okay. Yeah, this is where I think it is. I think the choice that kills me is in this fight. Because this is the Kazuki fight. Every character I've ever written, you've written characters. That's my secret. I'm always hurting. That sounds like a Hulk ripoff. Dashes. I'll still make it. There's a possibility that Kazuki Soichiro is innocent. Isn't there another way to check if he's a master or not? It's too dangerous. Stop Tosaka. I guess it's the only option. What did I pick last time? I don't remember. I'll try to stop Tosaka. No, I think I would have tried to stop her anyways, right? Let's see if it gives me an option to skip. Okay, it does. Yeah, the boring fight. Okay, so... what about the other one? I guess that's the only option. Do we die? Or is it... I don't know. Dashes. I bite my lips and dubba. I bite my lips to bear the uneasiness. I'm bad at multitasking. I was looking elsewhere and trying to read the rest of the line. I am a failure. I'll have to bear it. I'll have to bear it. If Kazuki Sensei turns out to be innocent, I'll just have to remove the curse on him with all my power.
仕掛けるわよ。
I'm shooting now. She takes a small breath. She still shoots anyways, right? But maybe Kazuki notices. Maybe I fucked up, but it wasn't a bad end, so... there is another choice, and that choice might kill me, but I'm following this choice for now. Right after that, a black bullet is released. Oh, wait, what? That's it? What's the difference? Dashes. She must have made a sound on purpose. What? What? What's the point? Is it just a check on your own mental state to see if you're in line with what Shiro wants? It's too dangerous. Stop, Tosaka. We can't do this. This method is too violent.
待った。いくらなんでも軽率すぎる。
Maybe it's points, but she only has like 5 choices, right? What day are we on? Ninth day. Is there a ninth day choice? No, it doesn't seem like it. It says 3rd night, 5th morning, 8th day, 10th night, and then 15th night. So, and then also by 12th day, there's also something maybe. But it says nothing about 9th, so it shouldn't affect points if, she was being honest. In, the last Tiger Dojo when she was telling us all this stuff. Hold on, Tosaka, this is too reckless.
今さら遅い。ここまで来てやめられるか。
It's too late, I can't quit now. Dashes! Tosaka sticks out her left hand. A black shot is released with an ear-ringing sound. So what's the point? It's so little, it just happens anyways? Master of the Magus. Okay, wait, hold on. She must have made a sound on purpose. Is it exactly the same? Is it really for sure exactly the same? Just like 5 seconds of difference? I guess it's the only option. They did say 6 choices while only listing 5 things. Well, they said that 2 things weren't required, and you only need to do 4, but they listed 5 choices. Maybe that means there was a hidden choice they didn't list. That would seem weird to me, but... Dashes. I bet my life to bear the uneasiness. I'll have to bear it. I just want to see if there's any slight difference. Or if, like, the name of the scene is different. No, it seems like the name of the scene is the same. She must have made a sound on purpose. Sound the black egg. I roughly remember the course of this, so I'm just going to follow it for a little bit. Calls him to be bed for 2 weeks. The days in still feeling master. There has to be some kind of reaction.
やば。
Crap, Tosaka jumps. Kuzuki does not react at all. Tosaka's Gonder shot mercilessly hits Kuzuki Soichiro's head. Is this different? No. But right before that, it's nullified by a robe that suddenly appears in the sky. His monotone voice again. Supposed to get by the Gander shot looks at us, as if saying he knew we were here all along. Take the wooden sword in my bag and put... Okay. I don't think it's different. Weird. What's the point of the choice? Alright, let's go to the end of the fight. Wife of fight choice. Ninth day ambush defeat. That action is a mistake. That's an opening I take advantage of, so now... Go help Saber. Go help protect Tosaka. Right, I protected Tosaka from Kazuki with my things, and which let something happen. And then Caster got distracted watching Shiro be awesome, and so Saber got up, and then they had to run away. So yes, protecting Tosaka, saving Tosaka lets you live, which made a lot of sense to me because Rin was in danger for sure. Helping Saber will likely make you die. Given that this is the Rin choice, it also just makes sense to help Rin. I can see the logic to helping Saber so that she can help Rin, but like it's gonna be too slow, and I thought as much of the time anyways. So help Saber. I thought it was also possible that during this point, Saber could have been, fucked up by Caster, and we might need to save her later. But there shouldn't have been a real risk of her dying. She could have potentially been mind-controlled here. It would have been interesting. It would have preempted the scene where she takes Taiga hostage, which is still an interesting scene, but, bit of a missed opportunity that, that never goes anywhere, really. But help Saber. So we can die by helping Saber. I'll protect Saber. Even though she might not be able to defeat him, Tosaka should have the advantage if she concentrates on running away. Yeah, no way. There's about 5 meters between us. Kazuki takes another step. Tosaka should react instantly to avoid Kazuki's attack. But Saber's different. Her neck is half cut off, and she was smashed back first into a wall. Saber's in a terrible situation right now. Even if she may be invincible against magic, Caster could easily defeat her in that stance. I'm counting you, Tosaka! But yeah, Saber has good enough magic resistance that Caster likely had to build up to it, and I think she was distracted by Shiro's cool moves. I'm counting on you, Tosaka! Bad choice. I ready my wooden sword and charge at Kazuki. Wait, what? My objective is to reach Saber, who is about to be attacked by Caster. Wait, what? Hold on. I hit the wrong thing. I ready my wooden sword and charge at Kazuki. Wait, you charge at Kazuki? Why would you charge at Kazuki? Aren't you going to get Saber? Wouldn't you be running to where Caster is? Saber's in a terrible situation. But you're still charging Kazuki? Are you just charging and you're still gonna get killed by Kazuki, even though I would think you'd get killed by Caster by running to help Saber? Or Kazuki would kill Rin and then you'd lose all confidence and then Caster would kill you. So why are you charging Kazuki? Make up your mind! Wait. Yeah, what? Weird. My objective is to reach Saber, who's about to be attacked by Caster. I swing my wooden sword at Kazuki as I pass him. If you're just gonna try to be casual like that, he's just gonna kill you on a flyby. I'm sure he'll avoid it, but Tosaka should take advantage of the opening I create. He's just gonna kill you! I swing my sword. Gabba gabba gabba! It doesn't even do anything. Unsurprising. The wooden sword is... Okay, you at least tried to give Rin a running start by being like, oh yeah, I'll give Rin a running start while I go to Saber. Where in the other timeline, you're more confident and I have to protect her. So you were more steadfast. Here, though, you're more uncommittal, so you don't think you can maybe succeed at fighting Kazuki, so you definitely can't succeed at fighting Suzuki. Suzuki? That's a different person. Doesn't even do anything. The wooden sword's easily destroyed. He deprives me of my left foot with the returning blow and... He rushes in at Tosaka in an instant. Okay. Still ignores me, huh? Time stops. Tosaka's astonished, but she instantly points her hand at Kazuki. Too slow. The right hand that almost pierced Saber's neck is thrust at her chest. This is familiar. Was I on my way to get this bad ending and then I backpedaled? I don't think I did, but it seems familiar for some reason. Sometimes that happens, though, where I feel like something's familiar and it's actually not, but... Pissant en passant. You can't en passant me. I know chess terms. Tosaka's breath is stopped at the impact. Then... a hammer-like fist strikes her head mercilessly. Oh, no. Okay, I have not seen this before. I think she still injures Rin when you try to protect Tosaka, but he doesn't injure her this badly. Right. That's what I'm remembering. I think he hits her in the chest, and that messes her up a bit. Okay, that's what I'm remembering. Alright. I take in my fate seeing her miserable figure. Rude, Kazuki. Rude. You frickin' killed her like that. How dare you? You think you're like an assassin or something. Ugh. Tosaka's head isn't there. Nothing remains where Kazuki's blow hit its mark. Oof. Just bad end? Oh. I'm surprised it continues at all. I would think he just blanks out instantly. You made a wrong decision like Caster did, Emiya. Ellipses. I can't raise my head. I can't look at Kazuki. I'm just like a student who's unable to answer his question in a classroom. Aw, what does Sensei Kazuki have to say now? I mean, it makes sense that Kazuki be casual. He's always casual about stuff like this due to his lacking emotions. Or not necessarily that he has no emotions, but he's bad at conveying them. I can't even walk. I stand stock still. Oh! That's not what I was expecting you to say. This is the second human being I have killed. I thought you were like a burnt out assassin who did a lot of assassinations, and then like something went wrong and you ended up, Netflix and chilling at Rito Temple. Maybe you were trained to be an assassin, but you ran away because you aren't emotionally fit to be one. Because again, I think you do have emotions, but you're bad at showing them. But maybe you killed a person as an assassin, and then after your first killing, you're like, nope, I'm not an assassin, and you've pieced out? Maybe. This is the second human being I have killed. A footstep. A killer called Kazuki Suichiro slowly makes his way towards me.
やはり何の考えも浮かばないな。
But I still do not feel anything. Is that true, though? Who would the first one be, then? Huh. Second human being I have killed, still don't feel anything. Interesting. I mean, that's interesting, though, because he's saying I still don't feel anything, but is that true, or is that lying to himself? Because if he killed one person and then fucked off, then that suggests to me that it mattered to him, and he felt something, even if he acts like he doesn't. I don't know. Smack! And now this is going to be the third human being he kills when he kills Shiro. With a ridiculous sound, he pierces straight through my chest. Well, there we go. That's some insight. I like the small insight they give in the bad ends. I'm a big fan of it. They have to be careful not to go overboard, not to straight on spoil. But I do like all the small insights.
Hi, みんな元気？ちょっとした気の緩みから大惨事、あっけなくデッドしちゃったシロを救うタイガー道場第19回。
Hi, everyone doing well? This is the place that saves Shiro, who has died by letting his guard down for just a moment. The Tiger Dojo Session 19! It looks like... Is Rin behind her? Like, it looks like there's something behind her. Is that Rin's hair? Him killing Rin and Shiro, makes his loyalty to Castor even greater then. Yeah, that's, I mean, I thought that he was someone who cared little for that kind of things, aside from, you know, liking Castor, but that's so emotionless. He suggested that he feels nothing, but I feel like he feels something on some level, and he's doing it for Castor, and doesn't feel what a normal person would feel, but maybe that's part of why he pieced out the first time he killed someone. He's like, I should feel something, but I don't, and he felt weird about it, and that's why he stopped? I don't know.
今回は特別ゲスト、一晩のリンをお呼びしています。
Oh, and she's kind of blue. You can see her head being a little blue, because I guess her head got destroyed. We have a special guest this time, Flying Head Tribe Rin! Head Tribe.
リンさん、
Oh boy.
気分はどうですか？
How do you feel, Rin-san? Oh, that's... her head was blue, but also it's just off her body.
シロぶっちぎる。
Kill Shiro! Yeah, he should have chose the Rin choice. Sorry, I chose it first time in my regular pathway.
素敵だ。
She's wonderful! Because she wants to kill Shiro?
気持ちはわかりますが、抑えて。
I understand how you feel, but please restrain yourself while in the Taiga Dojo. Only I can go overboard with my whacking of my student.
要はあれよね。リンさんよりセーバーちゃんを優先したシローの行動が業務上過失致死になってしまったわけでした。
Shiro's action of putting priority on Saber-chan over Rin-san was professional negligence, resulting in death. I mean, yeah.
まあでもしょうがないわよね。
But it can't be helped. It can't be helped. Shiro's just gonna be that way. You know, he's still fawning over Saber. He's got those juices from last time.
リンさんは女としての魅力でセーバーちゃんに劣ってたから、ここ一番で守ってもらえなかったわけだし。
It just means Saber-chan has more charm as a woman than Rin-san. That's why you weren't protected when it counted. Oh, way to rub it in, Taiga.
まあ勝負は時の運。次はこうならないように可愛い女の子に徹しなさい。
Well, it just wasn't your day today. Try to act cute next time so it went up like this. Oh, I love it. Oh, that's great. Salt in the wound.
でもシローも反省すること。
But Shiro should contemplate his actions as well.
あの状況ならセーバーちゃんより東坂さんを優先するべきなんだから。
In that situation, you should place priority on Tosaka-san over Saber-chan. I don't think it's more about who... I think it's less about who you like more and more about, you know, the way to practically win the fight. Get your mind out of the waifu gutter. Even though I called the save point waifu choice.
セーバーちゃんを見捨てるのは心苦しいだろうけど、ここは心を鬼にして東坂さんを
Wow, Taiga, I love it.
あげなさいね。
I know it's hard to abandon Saber-chan, but you should protect Tosaka-san instead, even if it's just Tosaka-san. I love that so much.
いや、 首が動いた
The head is moving! As someone who prefers the Shiro Saber romance to the Shiro Rin romance, at least without seeing the good route version, I can get behind the joke full force. You're having an intervention. The headhunting needs to stop. I don't know, I mean, that's to be fair. Ilya did headhunt Shiro's head too, so yeah. I guess she's a leader of the headhunting squad. The head is moving!
リンさんつかのことをお聞きしますが
Yeah,
どこ
because
に行かれるのでしょう
Rin supports Ilya in these dojos. Yeah, I guess that's probably fair too. Rin-san, where are you going, if I may ask?
ちょっとそこまで
The
シ
close
ロを
up.
殺しに
Just going to kill Shiro. I'm already dead though, you're too late! Maybe she's gonna go alter the timeline where she let me live and erased my memories and make it so I actually die in that one. Well,
逃げておじいちゃん逃げて
run, please run!
やっぱり素敵だ
She sure is wonderful. I don't know. Is that meant to be a cigarette in her mouth? I kind of more took it as Rin's just the weird way they were drawing her mouth in this style, but... Oh, Ilya had a great role in this Taiga Dojo. Oh, that's great. That was a fun one. Alright, 2 are missing now. So, there's... Okay. The next one, I think, is Saber stolen, and then Archer switch sides church. Okay, would be my guesses. But there's something in between is interesting. So maybe that's wrong. So, if we follow along this through line, let's see here. Blah, blah, blah. Next page. Bread disappearing. When do we get the fan... Nope, wrong. Ah, right. Yeah, this is the saber stolen, is what I'm assuming. If we follow along further, church, really game? Ah, yes, that was that bad ending, of course. So it actually makes sense. Okay, so it could be right. I forgot that this came in the middle. Those guesses seem right. So my only guess that was possibly wrong was the caster's first fight, because there was none. It was actually Ryder. Good on Ryder for killing us once, even if Ilya failed to. We got some sadism in this timeline. Alright, also Caster, maybe he's a little sadistic. Caster only pretends to be sadistic. Ryder and Ilya, I think, are genuinely sadistic. Whereas Caster's not a bad person that pretends to be sadistic to play off her bad person card. Where Ilya and Ryder have some good traits to them and could potentially be swayed, but that wouldn't stop their sadism, I doubt. Alright, okay, so. Besides, the enemy has Taiga's life in her hands. There's only one answer. Even Tosaka is biting her lip as if she has given up. I refuse. Obey. Okay, I definitely obeyed in the other timeline. I obeyed, but then, what was it? I obeyed and then Saber got in the way and then she stole Saber. Right, of course. Saber's perplexed. I wonder what'll happen exactly. I suppose if I refuse to give her my thing, maybe she really will kill Taiga, and then Shiro will just lose it? The enemy has Taiga's life. There's only one answer. Even Tosaka is biting her lip as if she has given up. I refused? Did I refuse? Oh. I did? I thought I obeyed. Because, like, wasn't he going to... I don't know. I feel like, wasn't he going to give the spell... Well, I guess we'll find out. I feel like, wasn't he going to give the spell over and then Saber got in the way when you obey? I thought that was correct. But I'll try refusing, and if I'm wrong, well, we'll see. Oh, okay. Oh, that is correct, then. Alright, alright. I can see why obeying would be correct, because... you're helping Taiga's life, but refusing means you could potentially save everyone. I can see why they're both potentially correct. I just thought it was like he was going to give over his spell to save Taiga. I thought that's what happened. I forgot, and I thought Saber got in the way. Yeah, because I thought he was going to give over his command spell to Caster, and then Saber got in the way, and then he used his command spell to stop Saber, and then she got taken. But I guess what instead happened is that he refused, then Caster went to make a move, then Saber got in the way, and then Shiro used the spell? Let's see here. 3 people gasp. Nobody here expected me to reply like that.
あなた正気？
はあ、お前の言い分は
If battles can be avoided, they should be avoided. If the Holy Grail can be shared, it should be shared. He tried to compromise. Yeah, instead of fully trusting Saber. But, like, Shiro never really, at the time I thought this, I wondered if it would come up at some point, and it never really did. Shiro never really spent much time wallowing in the fact that he let Saber get taken. And then there wasn't much consequence, because they just saved Saber before she was fully taken over. I feel both of those are missed opportunities as far as potential Shiro growth go, but... Because this feels like a big deal. He's given a big choice. The results of his actions are that Saber gets taken, but then future Shiro just comes in, cleans up his mess, and Saber gets taken back without ever properly being his enemy. And I don't know. I feel like there could have been something there. And there wasn't.
けど、人を無差別にお前の言い分はただそれにもう一つ。
I wasn't forced to be a maggot to see my father in my own will. You have no right to do. You can die here. Oh, she goes to kill me. Oh, I see. Okay, now I'm remembering. The choice wasn't give it over or if I kill Taiga. Shiro was negotiating, and then it was like, okay, either kill me or take my spell. So she's saying she'll kill me but won't take my spell? Or no, that's right. The option wasn't to take my spells. The option was, okay, sorry, I just remembered the exact choice. The option was work for me. If you obey, you start working for Caster. If you refuse, she'll kill you and take your spells. So that's why Shiro's refusing. Right. Okay, so it was more or less played out the same in my mind. I just forgot the context of the choice. I think is correct. You! At the same time, Saber gets ready to attack. And... Don't move, Saber! I stop with all my might. You can't move right now, she'll be killed if any one of us moves. I'll lose the person that was with me until now, a person that is like an older sister to me. Did you refuse to stop? I take a step towards Caster to hide them. Caster smiles once again. Her left arm that was carrying Fujine's points slowly at me. He's gonna take his rights as master. Okay, so, alright. My mind wasn't totally wrong. Right, okay. Got it. The enemy has Tiger's Light. What exactly is the text leading up to this? The final negotiation. Saber is perplexed. It's because avoidable battles should be avoided. Your final warning, boy. You want to avoid any spells, right? Then obey me. I'll give you the Holy Grail if you give me Saber and cooperate with me. Right. It wasn't just to give the spells. That was the refusal option. I understand. Okay. Okay, so yeah, obeying her means we get to be full bad guy. Sure, let's be full bad guy. Will she just kill me? Or will she actually let me be a full bad guy? And if she does let me be full bad guy, who kills me? Does Rin kill me? I could see Rin killing me. Maybe this is the timeline where Rin kills me. The enemy has Taiga's life in her hands. There's only one answer. I obey. Okay. Dashes. I nod. I mentally apologize to Tosaka, who's staring at me, and obey Caster. Dashes. Saber looks away at my choice. Ellipses. I guess if the refusal was, Archer Snipe Shiro finally? Oh, maybe. If we look at the obey versus the refusal, if the obey was just give over the command spell and the refusal was basically fight, well, Shiro would never allow that because he doesn't want any harm to come to Taiga, so it makes sense. But if it theoretically was, then the refusal is very risky for sure, and I can see how that would be the bad choice, which is why I thought I obeyed based on my misconception of what the choice was. Ellipses. Tosaka doesn't say anything. We promised to beat Caster together, but she doesn't yell at me and just bites her lip. Yeah, this is the expected answer, because when you refuse, they all gasp in surprise, but... Yes. It's sort of the ultimate of not necessarily having the full self-value, but... Hmm. He values his morals, but maybe he doesn't value himself. Yeah. He can't give up his morals by joining Caster, but he's willing to give up himself, his life even, certainly his command spells, which is a problem, but he sort of let himself into this position in the first place by not thinking ahead about how to deal with all the bad guys, you know, with some of his loved ones potentially being in jeopardy, and he still didn't really deal with that in this timeline. So maybe he'll develop in some regard that way in the next timeline, but like, you know, they could have done that in this timeline, and friendship in the next one, or friendship in this timeline, and that in the next one, and they don't necessarily do either in this timeline, but... what do you think Caster does here if the situation starts changing? Too risky? Yeah, killing Taiga, of course, sure wouldn't want that, but... or Archer would show up. Yeah, if you mean Archer showing up, of course. Archer wouldn't risk Taiga either, given that he's also Shiro. We promised to beat Caster together, but she doesn't yell at me and just bites her lip.
賢い選択ね、坊や。ええ、それでこそ聖杯に選ばれたマスターよ。初めから勝ち目のない戦いですもの。
That's a smart
おとなし
decision,
く
boy.
私に従うことが最善なのですからね。
That's what I expect from a master chosen by the Holy Grail. This is a battle you have no chance of winning. It's best for you to obey me. Maybe if I obey you, and then future Shiro also obeys you, he can be like my pseudo-servant. He'd probably just kill me, but... Caster raises her arm. The fingers that were grabbing Fujine's neck go for my heart. Your heart? Oh, to like fully control you, right? Like, this isn't something you can get out of. It's similar to the Elia thing, where she turns you into like a homunculus if you say yes, so Caster probably has something similar, I guess.
待て。お前の言いなりになる前に
Oh boy.
一つ約束させろ。
Hold on, promise me one thing before you do as you wish.
いいわ。立場が分かってないようですけど、聞くだけは聞いてあげる。
Fine, it doesn't seem like you
どんな
understand
見
your
返りが
position.
欲しいの、坊や。
But I will listen. What compensation do you want, boy? I think this is Caster's nice side showing through, that she actually respects these last-second demand sort of things. She respected Archer's of letting Shiro and Rin go, and then she respects other Shiros, past Shiros, of whatever this will be. But let's see what this will be. What do you want compensation? What compensation do you want, boy?
遠坂のことだ。お前の口ぶりじゃ遠坂を殺したがってるみたいだからな。こいつが自分の家に戻るまで決して手出ししないと約束しろ。
It's Tosaka. You sound like you want to kill Tosaka. Promise me you will not lay a hand on her until she gets home. Until she gets home? She can just wait till she gets home and then have her killed. But I guess Shiro can't make much of a compromise beyond that because Archer's still around, so Caster can't just let her go, given that she's an enemy master, so I suppose this is as much as Shiro can do. That's fair, I suppose. What if, though, if the loophole, Rin could just never go home? But yeah, this is similar to the compromise future Shiro was making to an extent, although he actually also got regular Shiro out of it. You sound like you wanted to kill Tosaka. Promise me you will not lay a hand on her until she gets home.
白
Caster doesn't answer. The purple-robed figure stares at me without moving and...
何？どんな売り込みをするかと思えば、そんなどうでもいいことで私に従うなんて。
Yeah, it's not...
素敵よ、坊や。こんなに笑ったのは何年ぶりかしらね。
I guess technically it's... I mean, you know, it's not a geose. Or a geese, depending. Or a geist, depending how you say that, whatever that word is. But if Rin doesn't go home, Caster can just go fuck you and kill her anyway. For sure, for sure, for sure. But I wonder how much Caster would take that at the word. I mean, yeah, Caster will give Rin a chance to go home. For sure, she doesn't have to actually take it, you know, literally, but it's just fun to think about. I was wondering what you would say, but you obeyed me for such a thing? That's wonderful, boy. How many years has it been since I laughed so hard? Since you laughed so hard? Maybe since when you were a good person, because you don't laugh much as a bad person? It's interesting that I've seen her robe off, seeing the glimpse of her purple hair, and, you know, the glimpse of what she would look like. paid me for such a thing. That's wonderful, boy. It is. Because it means what? It's a nice thing I was doing. You like when people are doing nice things? Oh, I guess it's similar to your thing, where you gave yourself up for someone you love and then you got fucked. I'm giving myself up for someone I love. So are you gonna fuck me? I mean, how are you gonna fuck me?
何がそんなにおかしいの、キャスター。
What's so funny, Caster?
確かにバカみたいな条件だけど、あんたにシロを笑い物にする資格なんてないわ。
Caster finds pure love like this funny. I can definitely see that, given how her backstory is whenever she sees something like this, which went similar to how her thing went. Yeah, pure love. But reality, she's in love with Kazuki, though she wouldn't necessarily admit it. At least not in this timeline. What's so funny, Caster? It's a stupid condition, all right, but you have no right to laugh at Shiro. Of course, Shiro would stick up for him.
そうね、お嬢さん。坊やを笑い物にできるのはあなただけよ。だからこそ、今の条件は受け入れる価値がある。
Yes, you're right, little lady. Ah, yeah, because your version of Rin in this scenario did laugh at you. In your backstory, you know, you did everything to help your love, and they just got away, got some other love, and were like, okay, I don't need you anymore, bye! That is why this condition is acceptable. You're the only one that can laugh at him. You're right, little lady. I said the lines backwards for sure.
よくてよ。ここで殺してしまうつもりだったけど、特別に生かしてあげる。私の協力者のたっての願いですもの。
Alright, I was going to kill her
届けて
here,
あげなくてはかわいそうだわ。
but I shall make an exception and let her live. It's a wish of my ally. It's sad if I don't grant it. Oh, look at you, calling me an ally. As long, you know, not a full-on puppet. I mean, I'm sure you're gonna use me how you want, but you're not gonna kill me, right? This could be another pretty good ending then. I mean, you know, probably not as good as the ending where Ilya turns me into a homunculus, but, The Magus laughs. Glaring at her, Tosaka slowly retreats. Dashes.
さよなら。元からこうなる予定だったし、次に会うときは敵同士ね、エミヤ君。
You're gonna feel pretty bad though when Archer betrays too, though I don't know if Archer would betray once past Shiro is betrayed too. You might be like, oh, fuck that Shiro. Goodbye. It was gonna end up like this anyway. We'll be enemies next time we meet, Emiya-kun. Also, I'm pretty sure she said sayonara if I was paying attention. So, you know, farewell would be more appropriate, but, it's gonna end up this way, huh? I think she said something similar when she said goodbye to the other Archer, too. I think on some levels she still trusts him, or at least knows why he did what he did, so she wouldn't hate him for this, but... Like the Ilya ending, Caster might actually win the war, unless Archer does his thing. I think Ilya's got a chance. Berserker's pretty great. I know Ilya's not really prepared for Gilgamesh. And, you know, Ilya becoming a cup at the end may be problematic, but... maybe Shiro can help her through that, as a homunculus. Shiro as a homunculus could beat Gilgamesh, sure. It was gonna end up like this anyway. We'll be enemies next time we meet Emiya-kun. I hear her leaving footsteps. Ah, notably, it says Emiya-kun instead of Shiro. It doesn't say the lovey-dovey name. Before they disappear.
さあ、茶番はここまでよ。
Well, the farce ends here, boy. What farce? The Max's fingers cuts on my mind. Oh! This does not sound like a good... What? You're just gonna completely mind control me? I'm not gonna have any will of my own? I mean, you're gonna let Saber fight for you too, but... Rude! I'm in a deep darkness. Okay, this is not as happy as Ilya's, I think. I don't know how many hours have passed. I'm trying to count to keep track of time, but I can't think of any number above 10. When fucking Archer joined you, you didn't bother giving him the deep darkness. Unless you did, and he just, you know, powered through it in a way you can't because he's a servant. But, like, maybe this is the deep darkness people feel when they get controlled, and Shiro just can't handle it because, you know, he's not a full servant. I guess that's possible, but also, what a dick! And if she's doing it especially to Shiro because he's Shiro, then... Oh... Random tangent. I know you're dead set on Ilya being your best girl, but I hope I can at least make you accept that yandere Ilya is worst Ilya before all this is done. I mean, I'm not into real life yanderes, obviously. Well, obviously, I mean, I'm not, but I enjoy them in narratives quite a bit. I have a fetish. So, you said before, Vanim Stem, you called me out on that, like, you like Ilya because of your fetishes, and I said, yeah, pretty much. I mean, I like Ilya even when she's not being a yandere, but I don't dislike her when she's being a yandere, so. I'm trying to keep track of them, but I can't think of any number above 10. Wait, above 10 what? Hours. Oh. You can't count past Ju? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, yanderes. Oh, Ilya. Everything is vague. I don't feel my limbs, and it's calm as if I'm floating on water. Oh, it's calm, that's good. Algae must have filled up my skull, and I want to laugh at this darkness. Oh, hey, maybe you'll get to laugh like Castor. Laugh at your evilness. Oh no, Saber! Oh, right, is she in here with you with the darkness? Ellipses. Saber looks away every time I see her. You get to see her? I guess there's a darkness in your mind, but you still get to see her. So you still are... Maybe this darkness is going through everyone when she takes control of them. But with Shiro, it's just especially hard to resist because he's not a servant. Saber looks away every time I see her. I think we obtained the Holy Grail quite some time ago. Oh, fuck! You just won! So Shiro being on your side mean you won! Okay. Not having Shiro to fight Kazuki. Maybe not having future Shiro to help with his great plan. Future Shiro maybe got demoralized. You're not dead, though! We obtained the Holy Grail some time ago. But she doesn't seem happy at all, and she repeats, I'm sorry, every time I see her. Okay. Maybe she found out what the truth of the Grail was, and she's like, I'm sorry that I got you into this because it was my wish. Or, you know, I'm sorry I got you into this because it was my battle. You accepted my cause. You got into the war because of me, more or less, for multiple reasons. And then Taiga got in trouble because of that, so you were put in this position. But Caster team won the war. And Shiro made the difference. Good job, Shiro. We beat Gil and Kirei. Hey, good job, everybody. We beat Gil.
気分はどうシロ？あなたのおかげで手に入った聖杯ですもの。欲しいものがあったら言ってちょうだい。セイバーでもあの子でも好きなものを作ってあげるわ。
So, how much of this is he, like, is this just being metaphorical of him being in darkness because of the choice he made? Or did she actually sink him into darkness? I'm in deep darkness. Finger cuts out my mind. I don't know how many hours have passed. He feels like more of a full puppet. Saber made the difference? I guess Saber also was more willingly on their side because Shiro was in danger. That's true too. I think both made the difference. You know, they both were useful. Shiro could be useful. How do you feel, Shiro? We obtained the Holy Grail thanks to you. I mean, Saber probably helped, but you know, if she was able to tap into Shiro's powers of projection, it definitely could be useful. I can see that being a thing if Caster's able to tap into Shiro's, you know, reality marble powers and knows how to fully utilize it. Tell me if there's anything you want. I can create anything for you. We obtained the Holy Grail thanks to you. Even if it's Saber, that girl. Oh, you mean I could have Saber as my waifu or Rin? But I mean, would I be able to enjoy it at this point? Is it that bad, though? It depends. Can you release me from this darkness? If you can release me from this darkness, then maybe it's not the worst end in the world. Yeah, obviously if he goes full UBW to Shiro. I don't know if he could intentionally, but Caster might be able to pull that out of him, because she would definitely be able to give him enough magic to, and she might be able to puppet him to do something of the sort. Something I want, something I want. Shiro's too selfless to want anything but, you know, death at this point. Nothing comes to mind. I've never wanted anything. Uh-huh. Even if I did want something, it does me no good now. Mm-hmm. How dare you want something, right? Sure, all you wanted to do was be a hero. It's the only thing you've ever wanted, if anything. You can't want things for yourself? Oh. How can a dead man have things, after all? That girl? I mean, I assume that means Rin, but... Interesting that there are bad ends that extend this far. I like it. But the idea that she gets the Grail, I wonder what she does with it, given how bad it is. I mean, she's kind of a bad person, but... If anything, I want a colder place. Do you just want to die at this point? Do you wish for suicide? You know what your problem is, Shiro? You gotta read Zombie 100. Because that's your problem, is that you're clearly working for a black company of sorts. You gotta get away from your boss. Change occupations. Maybe you'll feel better about life then. Even if it's like post-caster doing crazy stuff and the world being gone to shit. You can learn to appreciate that because you won't be in the black company anymore. A deep darkness that will freeze the algae in my skull and make me want to start dancing. Oh, you want to start dancing? That's a good start. What? Confirm, Shiro wants to dance. Oh! Rin lived? Future Shiro maybe managed to save her before he died? Or maybe he didn't die. Maybe, you know, Castor could have just gotten the Grail without even needing to fight them, depending. Because I think she still would have needed to find the Grail, which should have been Ilya, which I guess he accomplished eventually. They accomplish. Long time no see, Miyakun. I finally found you. I hear a familiar voice. Are you going to put me out of my misery and kill me?
キャスターの言った通りね。あなたは私を逃がすためにそうなった。だから、今のあなたを見て笑ってあげられるのは私だけ。
Castor was right. You were turned into that to let me go, so I'm the only one who can laugh at you. And the only one who can kill me? I'll accept it. If, you know, there's no option to free me from the darkness, if that's the only option, then I'll take it. I try to raise my hand to greet her, but I can't. I recall a specimen in formaldehyde. I roughly know what that word means. I'm floating in water. Thank you, Softy NWN, lowercase w, for following me. Softy underscore capital N, lowercase w, capital N. Thank you. Shiro is maybe a bit softy in the head right now. Or call a specimen formaldehyde. I'm floating in water. I don't feel my limbs. I'll laugh it off. After you kill me? Dark. The bad dream ends here, Shiro. Well, thank you anyways, even if you laugh about it. In fact, it'll be good if you laugh about it. Not for the wrong reasons, but because you can still be happy after this. Because laughing means you're happy. Not always. But like, you know, there was that whole through line about Aiko's like, you don't laugh, Shiro. So if you laugh, that means you're maybe happy. Which is a good thing. You being happy is a good thing. Well, there we go. That was nice. Oh, it's not out. Oh, okay. Yeah, she attacked him in some way. But he's not conscious enough of himself to really notice. So she attacked him in some way, and now he's bleeding out. And he's like, oh, am I dying? Rin seeing this will definitely make her into a cold magi for the rest of the life. Yeah, that's the assumption for sure. I can just hold out hope that there's some kind of silver lining. Probably not, but I can hope. The water's flowing out. My floating body rolls on the ground. At least it's nice to know Rin lived. I mean, her future might be bad, but, you know, with life, there's always a chance. A warm darkness that washes out the algae in my skull and makes me want to laugh. Rolls on my floating body. Warm darkness. Oh, hey! Shiro wanting to laugh. That's unusual. Did he find his happiness? Wrong laugh. Killing Shiro with her own hands. I don't think she ever did that in any other timeline. Yeah, I was thinking maybe this is the timeline where she killed him, but I thought it would be much sooner. But yeah, that makes sense. And yeah, it could definitely break her given how much he means to her. It's sad, and it will probably fuck her up forever, as much as I would want a silver lining. But, rip. She might even out herself after she kills Shiro, to be honest. It's a big step. It's a big step for sure. Worst timeline for her? Yeah, probably. You know, unless you count death worse, in which case she's died in some timelines. I think you're supposed to be, like, floating in a fancy tube with some liquid. So he dies because whatever she did to him made him unable to survive normally. That's not how I took it. I think it's kind of ambiguous, and I don't mind the ambiguity, but the way I'm taking it is that he's just sort of had his mind in this weird state, but he's still been walking around normally, and Rin managed to find him. Now, maybe she found him in a tube. I guess that's a possible interpretation, but I assume this was him awakening in death, was my assumption, but... The water's flowing out. My floating body rolls onto the ground. Maybe there's a tube. But I took it more metaphorically. Yeah, there's the glass breaking effect. So maybe there's a real tube, but I thought it was more metaphorical of, oh, she broke the glass of his, darkness because she's, letting him leave the darkness, as it were, by killing him. Floating body rolls on the ground. If it's true that he's not just walking around in darkness and he's actually in a tube, then that's even more fucked up. And where is she keeping that tube? She's just using him as a power source instead of letting him walk around like Archer. How dare she, that jerk? Could be Shiro's mind no longer functioning. Yeah, I'm thinking it could be metaphorical. The glass is swords. Yeah, his swords body, which still hasn't been fully explained, but... My floating body rolls in the ground, a warm darkness that washes out the algae in my skull and makes me want to laugh. Algae. Cool. That was a fun extended one. Whoa, what?
今回のタイガー道場は師範代が誘拐中のためお休みです。
Oh yeah. I mean, I guess the timing of this one is correct. Yukika, I didn't expect you to be in a tiger dojo. I mean, yeah, Taiga was kidnapped. I assume she would have been released, but notice, this Taiga dojo is canceled because the instructor has been kidnapped. That, whoa, that really freaked me out. For a second, I saw the hairstyle. I'm like, is this Ayako? Oh, wait, no, right, her girl. We've seen her, once or something. Once or twice, maybe. I wonder if she'll have some kind of role in Timeline 3. The three girls will have some kind of role. But, because, they've not done much. They've just kind of been around as someone for Rin to be acquainted with, sort of, even though she also still has Ayako. It shows the different ways she relates, though, because she's close to Ayako, whereas she's more, she's sort of kind of theoretically close to one of the girls, but, I think the closeness is a little more loose there. The girl's been obtained. Ilya's probably dead. No, not Ilya! And I mean, we've seen Ilya in Taiga dojos when she's dead anyways, so... I like Ayako. Timeline 3 better do enough with her character to make me satisfied, because I like Ayako. Taiga dojo is cancelled because the instructor's been kidnapped.
次回新シリーズ魔法のフジネマジカルタイガーにご期待ください。
Please look forward to the new series, Magical Fujine, Magical Tiger. Right, because we got a glimpse of the magical girl style in the previous Taiga dojo. So, is it just going to obviously not tell me anything and just assume we know to choose the other choice? Because, yeah, but... Magical Fujine, Magical Taiga. I'd watch it for maybe an episode to see if it would draw me in. That's it? They don't even give you the choice. They just assume you know. Wow. I think that's the first Taiga dojo that hasn't even bothered. Well, I guess technically the last one didn't bother either in Timeline 2, but they gave you the hint for Rin's route, so. Wow, that was so short. Okay. I guess she comes back in 22. So this would be the last one then, huh? Well, I'm guessing it's Archer Switchside's church. So, let's get up to that, shall we? Such a gloomy, grim ending having a non-existent Taiga dojo. Yeah. Alright, so here. How do we back up? Confrontation between Rin and Archer. Right. And then save Rin or die alone. I assume this is the bad ending. But, I kind of am curious about both of them. Right, and this was the last choice before I have to go back to the beginning. Yeah, and then they go back to, like, here. Also, I have these slightly misordered. I remember this. Yeah. How to oppose caster indeed. Ah, this is thinking about what to do with capsule hazy. It doesn't confirm anything. It's a metaphor. It could be both. I think the interpretation is there for both way. But strategy meeting is there, right. So this is interesting. That's right, because after this we go to the temple. Or not the temple, Einsburn Castle. That's the one. And then we get the choice. Well, we have to save Best Girl. Because I remember the choice, the one Tiger Dojo said, if for those who never even got a chance to cooperate, maybe here, if you decide not to go to the mansion, that leads to the same bad ending. I'll have to look more into that, but for now, yes. So first we'll try this one, then we'll follow up with this one, I think. It's probably the second one, but we'll do this one first. How do we back up? I can't keep my presence hidden forever in this state. Caster Kazuki will notice me if they happen to look up just a bit. Actually, it could be this one. It could be this one, actually, because we have to jump in or stay hidden. I chose to stay hidden. If you jump in, you probably die, right? So the other one, I thought that you had to try to save Rin, but maybe Archer will let Rin live regardless. But maybe in the other one, he's okay with Shiro dying? Because Shiro doesn't save Rin, was my idea, but we'll see. I'll go out. I can give Tosaka an opening now. Not yet, I can't act so recklessly. I think going not yet is what I chose, so if I go out, I think I die. That's my guess, but I could be wrong. Although maybe not. I don't know. I could see both. Maybe, I could see both of them working. We'll have to see. It's a metaphor. Any point you make can be dismissed as a metaphor. It's a metaphor of how the tube is actually a tube. Every metaphor is actually about this. If you disagree, you're objectively wrong. Well, I'm objectively wrong then. The word metaphor means something that confirms it was a tube. Oh, of course. That's what metaphor means, obviously. Let's just jump in. Right. Okay. Yeah, we'll go ahead and take an intermission. I do have to pee. Let's just jump in. Exactly. I'll go out. I can give Tosaka an opening. I think this is wrong, right? I believe so. So, I'll go out and give Tosaka an opening. Now's my chance. So, this is going to be a bad ending, which means the other one isn't? Yeah, I guess in the other one, he still lets Shiro live. Maybe the other one going out is an important choice for Rin on Rin's path, and if you go out, it ups the Rin points? What day is it? This is the 12th day. 3rd, 5th, 8th, 10th, 15th. 12th day, don't saber. It says don't saber, but I don't know. I feel like going out to help Rin would be something for Rin points, though I haven't written it on my sheet. Maybe it's because it's so obvious that they're like, we don't need to bother telling you, you should just know, you dumb dummy. That would be my guess if the other one doesn't lead to a bad ending. Now's my chance. It's not just a surprise attack. Tosaka and Archer are Caster and Kazuki. If their powers are equal, even I can make a difference. I can see that logic, but I was thinking, Shiro, you're too mentally kerfuffled to potentially do much, at least now. And if you go out in the open, Caster or... And also, you're super injured. That's right, he's super injured. So I think the best thing you can do is wait for an opening to strike, but in this case, Archer just turns sides, so... I can let Archer take care of Caster. Well, he does, actually. So if I can stop Kazuki for a while, Tosaka can shoot him from a distance. That's an idea. But, I mean, can you stop Kazuki in this state? Well, yes, you can, but, because you do anyways for a bit before Archer calls the truce, as it were.
Shiro!
Okay, how does this play out? How do we die? Shiro! Dashes. I run down the stairs. It seemed like Kazuki and Archer kind of sort of knew I was there in advance, but... I have strengthened the wooden sword in my hand. No, you can't be strengthening, you loser! You gotta be projecting! Nah, I guess you're a little too weakened to project, but that's what you need to keep up with Kazuki and the correct choice timeline. I expressed the pain in my shoulder. Express the pain in my shoulder. I can't let Castor know that I'm wounded. I mean, how would she not know that you're wounded? Because weren't you wounded during the Saber attacking you incident? When she turncoated? Wasn't that what wounded you?
本気なんだってこんなところにいるのよあんたは
We know projection can't kill Shiro. Well, probably not. Given the way he does it, it probably can't, but it seems to fuck him up a lot, so... Are you out of your mind? Why are you here?
何言ってんだ。教会に行けって言ったのは遠坂だろ。
What are you saying? You're the one who told me to go to the church.
俺だってこんなヤバい場面に出くわすなんて思わなかった。
I didn't think I'd run into such a situation here either. Well, you were following your Rin/Shiro sense for coming here, so... Tosaka gasps. Good, I said that on a whim, but it seems Tosaka understands now.
ともかく加勢する。この状況なら俺でも役に立つだろう。
I'm gonna help you. I should be of use in this situation, right? Oh god, how do we die? Does Shiro turn against us? You know, does Shiro turn against Shiro and just kill him? Or what? Because future Shiro wants to change sides, right? Wasn't that his plan? So, does he adapt? Or, I am fascinated by how we're gonna die here. I assume Shiro kills Shiro, but I could see it going a couple ways. I should be of use in this situation, right?
小言はキャスターを倒してからにしてくれ。
Complain to me after we defeat Castor. I slowly closed on Kazuki so I'll be able to protect her. Ugh. Why is Rin looking to the side? What's making her so worried?
たわけめ。おとなしく覗いているだけなら。
You idiot.
助かったものを。
You and Rin would have survived if you had not come out. Makes him more of a liability? Huh? Yep. Because of Saber, right? Like, Archer probably could beat Castor and Kazuki, but, because, you know, freaking a younger Archer, Shiro and Rin, beat Castor and Kazuki. But the problem is the Saber card. That's really what Archer needed, was a chance to kill Castor before she had a chance to, use her thing on Saber, so... His ghostly grand plan ruined because Shiro fucked up. Damn my past self, all the more reason to kill him. He mutters as if he's given up. Oh, now he's gonna... he's okay with them dying, maybe? You and Rin would have survived, but he didn't say himself. So is he gonna still survive and join Castor to kill Shiro? Mutters as if he's given up. Before I realize what he means...
キャスター、これで3対3だ。文句はなかろう。セーバーを出せ。
That's the problem. Castor, this makes 3 against 3. You should have no complaints. Get Saber. What? Saber's bindings are released. The golden-haired girl falls powerlessly to the ground and...
そんなセイバーはまだ支配できていないのに
She just had to use one of her command spells on her. Did you not understand that, Rin? No way. Saber shouldn't be under her control yet.
ええ、ですからレイジを使ってあなたたちを殺すように命じたのよ。マスターの命令ですもの。使いたくはなかったけど、使うしかないでしょ。
Oh, I wonder if Saber kills you in this timeline then. You don't even get spoiled that future Shiro is going to switch sides. Just a bit of an implication that something's up. At least this makes you some use of Saber potentially being a bad guy, though I think seeing it in action in a main timeline, not just an offshoot bad end, would be nice, but... Yes, that's why I used the command spell in order to kill you guys. It was my master's order. I did not want to use it, but I had to, right? Oh, that graphic. You look a little perturbed. You really didn't want to do that. You wanted to let Saber suffer for a while, I guess, but because your master son asked you, and you love your master son. Saber gets up. Oh boy. She's flexing her sword too. Her body is covered with her silver armor. In her hands is a golden sword I've never seen before. Oh, she's Excaliburing? Oh boy!
まったく くやってくれたわね、坊や。おかげで残る霊樹は一つだけ。
You got me, boy.
これは保身用のものだから、セイバーにはもう無理強いができなくなった。
I only have one command spell remaining now. Also, quick change from her wedding dress into her armor. Which, I guess, you know, she did in the other timeline too, I suppose. But it's still funny seeing it here. I only have one command spell remaining now. This is for my protection, so I can't order Saber by force anymore. How sad.
聖杯を永久にしようという私の算段はこれでおしまいよ。あとはただ一度きりの望みとやらを叶えるだけになったけど。
Oh? My plan to make the Holy Grail eternal has been foiled. You want to eternalize that piece of shit? I can only make one wish come true now, but... Interesting. So, you want to turn the Grail into some kind of... By using extra command spells, maybe if you have enough of them, you can somehow make the Grail not go away and keep using it? You want to wish for more wishes. But now you have to use the Grail normally and only get one wish? Interesting. Oh, I love insights like this that we get in the bad endings. They don't spoil, but they just give little tidbits. I like it a lot. Holy Grail Eternal. How would you do that exactly with more command spells? Maybe by having more of them you can prevent it from disappearing? I mean, the bad guys have plans. It's just Shiro that's not allowed to ever have a real plan. My plan is to make the Holy Grail eternal has been foiled. I can only make one wish come true now, but...
その前にせめてここで楽しませてもらうわ。
I shall have fun here before that. That would explain why she was so reticent or so against using the command spells for so long and put it off as long as possible. Interesting. I doubt she would have explained her full plan to Kazuki, though, given how little in on the loop he is, but... Shiro with plan is too powerful, looks at Archer. Yeah, Archer he makes plans. Shiro, though... Shiro can't make plans. That means he's giving in to the cynical nature, that he can't just save people in the moment. I think plans could still help, though. Maybe Timeline 3 Shiro can maybe make some plans, you know, just maybe. I mean, it's possible, it's not impossible. I shall have fun here before that.
さあ、セイバー。私の望みを台無しにしてくれたこの子たちに。
Yeah, her richly was more
本
wishes.
当の力を見せてあげなさい。
Saber, show them your true powers. They have spoiled my wish. Saber readies her golden sword and steps towards us. Dashes. Archer's silent. Instead of telling Tosaka to run, he stands in front of Saber. Oh boy. It is the final loyalty of the knight that understands he cannot protect his master no matter what. Oh no. He has no plan. Even with all his smarticles, he can't come up with a smarticle thing. It's too late. Oh boy, Saber and Castor begin their attack. Oh, that's a nice unison attack. Nice unison bad attack. Bad guy attack. There's no way to counterattack, nor there is time to run away. How can a mere human defend against it when even Archer has abandoned all hope? Hi, Softy, Noon. Or Nen, or None, or however that's pronounced. Hello. Archer dies low here, it seems. I mean, there's not much point in switching sides, right? He switched sides partially to kill Shiro, partially, you know, to beat Castor and let Rin win, but here... once Saber's been taken, if he was to try to change sides now, there'd be no long con to potentially save Rin, as it were. So, and I think he cares. I think, despite what he says, I think he cares more about saving Rin than he does, you know, taking out his pent outrage, killing the past version of himself. Even Archer's abandoned all hope. Saber and Castor. Ordered by the command spells, the two servants attack mercilessly. Oh, Kazuki even uses a command spell on Castor? Is that what you're saying? That's kind of a boring dead end. I mean, there was a cool pose, but... same Archer back CG. There was a cool, like, you know, the one against Herc. He's just accepting death. Like, there was some cool posing there, and it was a cool idea, but I think it could have been more of a fanfare of them killing us. Then again, I guess it was really quick, but, you know, they could have shown an attack go off or something. I mean, this is Timeline 2, so we know about Excalibur. She could have Excalibured us to death. Oh, well. Okay. I mean, you're saying they just get Excalibur, but I'm like, show us getting Excalibur. We know she has Excalibur, despite the fact that Timeline 2 never reveals she's Artoria. We know it. Oh, you sound different. Oh, afternoon? What does that say down there? Sore kiso? Hello, everyone. Wait, I can read this. For a second, I thought there was some kanji. I don't see any kanji, actually. Terebi? Oh, television? Terebi is short for television, I believe. That says terebi down there. And then above that, that should be Soreki? Hold on, am I right about this? What is that symbol? Is that re, or am I crazy? Yeah, that looks like re to me. I think that's re. So it should be Soreki. Soreki? That looks like an E, right? I think that's E. It should be Soreki Terebi. What is Soreki? I'm gonna type it in. She hit them in the face with a bunker buster. Ain't much to see there. I mean, yeah, but I want to see myself get bunker busted. Let me see my own death, even if I have to, you know, we have to interlude for a second to see my death. Let it happen. Renegade wants that Excalibur eye. Yeah, exactly. She never even did it when she destroyed the Grail in this timeline. Like, come on, just give us the Excalibur yell once in this timeline, even if it's a bad ending. Excalibur! All right, I want to look this up. It is too bad. It's very too bad, and I wish it wasn't too bad. Jap to ENG. So I believe it's Soreki. That's right. Television. What if I throw this into Jisho? How sure am I that that's a so? There, look, go on. Right, here goes. I'm pretty sure that's a so. That's a so, isn't it? It looks like a so to my eyes. That first letter looks like a so, right? I think there's a few different ways to draw so, and I believe that is one way. So, okay. Anyways, I've looked into it. So, that's right, television? I don't know if there's a joke there. But, there, look, go on, right there, here goes. Odd, strange? The second word is definitely terebi, which is television, though, so. I figured that one out. Terebi. Just so I double check, but yeah, terebi. TV. Anyways. I don't know if you pressed the meets on the ED Lin screen yet. The meets. Maybe I haven't. Maybe we'll do that before we stop today. As long as it doesn't crash my game. Well, if it does, that's why we do it when we stop, so I guess that's fine. Hello, everyone!
誰にも言えないあなたのお悩みを解決するフジモンタの人生相談の時間です。
It is time for the counselor of life, Fujimonta. Since when is that your name? To resolve all your secret problems. Also, you're talking a little different. You can hear it in the voice. I've said it before, I think Taiga does the best job in terms of general performances that, you know, gives life to the text.
今日のお客様はこちら。
Oof. This is today's guest.
冬木市竜道寺在住。キャスターかっこ加盟さん。
Whoa.
28歳かっこ推定です。
Oh, we actually got Caster to show up? Nice! Fuji came back from her kidnapping with a new ID, of course. This today's guest, the one living Rito Temple in Fuyuki City. Caster, pseudonym San. Caster, pseudonym San, of course. 28 years old, estimated. Oh, is that the estimate? Huh. She's not that far off, from me. Taiga is actually pretty close, too. Which is interesting. I would think that Caster, to me, comes off as older. I know Taiga's a little immature for her age, but I guess not that much older. Yeah, I guess I could look at Caster and think 28, because again, I think of my own age, but I look young for my age. So I look at Caster and I'm like, would you be 30? But I could definitely see her being less than 30. But I'm approaching that, but I feel like I look like I'm 20. But oh yeah, Chibi Caster, that could be interesting. Estimated.
こんにちは。
Oh!
よろしくお願いします。
That's not Chibi Caster, but I love the fun way they do it, though. I love how they have pseudonym San estimated. It's great. Hello, please give me your best regards. The voice has changed for privacy reasons. Sure, privacy, let's go with that.
おやおや、これはまた美人さんだ。
Not only does she have her hood on, but she's also pixelated. How can you tell how beautiful she is? Oh my, you're beautiful.
どうしたの奥さん。あなたほどの美人なら悩みなんてないでしょう。
What's wrong? Someone's beautiful you shouldn't have any problems. No, it's because she's beautiful. That someone got jealous of her. That she liked a guy or something. I forget her exact story, but her beauty only brought her pain. Truly a TV interview? Yeah, makes sense. Tenebi indeed.
それがどうも私目立ってないというか、他の6人に比べて地味だとかキャラが立ってないとか年間とか言われて。
Well, I think I'm not standing out. You're standing out too much in this timeline. She took too much of the spotlight. I still think that. And didn't do enough good things with it. Not enough cool interaction happened. I'm not standing out. People say I'm plain compared to the other 6. I don't think that's true. Though you are a caster, which all masters are theoretically casters of a sort, which could be arguably plain, but not a good character, and that I'm too old. I don't think I would ever say too old, especially if you're only late 20s. Then again, I guess Saber looks like she's her teens, apparently. Okay, let's think about all the masters. In fact, let's bring up the status stream. Lancer, you could argue, looks mid-20s. Saber apparently looks teens. I say she looks 20. Archer, to me, Archer looks like late 20s. I could see the argument for mid-20s, but to me, he looks late 20s, even possibly hitting 30. Ryder, I could see around the 20 age. Assassin, I could see mid-20s. So I guess a lot of them do look young. Gilgamesh looks, I could see the mid-20s argument. Hercules, though, he looks like he's definitely hit the 30 age, but maybe it's hard to tell because of the Berserker curse. If you took the hood off. I see Archer's 30s, yeah. I think I'm not standing out. People say I'm plain compared to the other 6. Not a good character, that I'm too old. I don't know if I'd say she's not a good character, but, like, I thought she was going to be super evil, and then she had a tragic backstory, and then she just died tragically. And we're probably going to follow up on that in Timeline 3, but for now I'm just left feeling kind of mixed about her. Like, I enjoyed her when she was just a juicy evil villain, but now I'm supposed to feel sympathetic or something, and I don't know how to feel about that, really. Maybe Timeline 3 will change my mind on that. I think Ilya, as far as girls with a bad side that you then grow to like as a good person where they have kind of a turn, I think Ilya's done fairly well in that regard, though Caster, for now, to me, the tragic side kind of came out of nowhere. Which they could still do. There's still some interesting depths there, but, yeah, for now, I'm just kind of waiting to see where it goes. The ages of the guys don't matter because they're guys, because Japan, yeah, woof. I'm playing compared to the other 6, not a good character, and that I'm too old. Oh, that's terrible. Taihen da indeed. Taihen. Does Taihen mean terrible? I know da is. Taihen da. Taihen. Very. It's gotta be a different Taihen. I don't know. I give up. I feel like she just said Taihen da. As if, oh, that's very. I didn't hear terrible. But whatever. Oh, that's terrible.
何キャスターさん。職業占い師って書いてあるけど。
What is this? It says here you are a fortune teller.
はい。本当は家事に専念してあったかい家庭を築きたいんです。夫を楽にしてあげたい一心で復職したんですけど。
You joke,
職場でもいじめられてしまって。
That's probably close to her real goal. Yes, I actually want to be a housewife and raise a warm family with Kazuki, right? I returned to work in hopes of decreasing the burden on my husband. That's kind of fitting, like, I wanted to do all the work so my husband wouldn't be burdened by the Grail War. But I'm getting tormented at work as well. Oh yes, at work. What should I do? I want to change. I actually think a lot of this Taiga Dojo is actually pretty jokeful, despite the fact they're... Jokeful? Pretty truthful, despite the fact it's coming off jokeful. But because of the jokeful nature of the Taiga Dojo, and that seems to go so against her nature before you see the tragic story, I don't think it's a problem that they have this. I think it's a nice little bit of foreshadowing.
私もっと愛らしいキャラに変わりたいんです。
I want to be a more lovable character. I think you were more lovable when you had no tragedy in you. I enjoyed you when you were just juicy evil. But you know, we'll see. I think the redemption could work.
そりゃ無理でしょう。
Ah, that's impossible.
初
Oh,
期段階では
rude.
キャスターハイパー化でロリッコになんて落書きもありましたが、ロリッコは一人で十分。
During the development phase, it was said that Castor turns into a lolly with hyperpower, but we only need one lolly. Right, because you already got Aelia. It was already the bad girl who gets redeemed into the cute lolly. So we can't have Castor into the cute lolly. She can just turn into kind of like a, you know, a sexy, respectable woman. Just replace character with person, it's true. She wants to be a good person, but the world forced her to be a bad person? Yeah. We only need one lolly. Yeah, because they said character, but yeah, person works too.
愛らしいキャラになるのは諦めなさい。
Give up your hope of being a cute character. She doesn't have to be cute to, you know, be redeemed as a nice, likable character. She could be cute, though. She's definitely got the looks that she can come off as cute, for sure. Even if it's not lolly.
そうですよね。私もそんな気はしてたんです。
You're right. I kind of realized
こ
it.
のままだと辛くて。
But it's just too painful.
私一生懸命やってるんですよ。主人に負担をかけないようこっそり貯蓄を作ってい
This
ろいろな用心棒を雇って
is such a
街中に
fun,
監視カメラを仕掛けましたの。
such a fun parallel to what she's actually doing in the war. I'm doing my best, you know. I secretly saved up. You saved up on by going after everybody and turning them into kovas. You saved up on your magical energy sources. Hired a guard, that's assassin, and set up surveillance cameras everywhere. You know, by you know, putting your lines everywhere, and also maybe putting the curse in people like Issei. That could also be surveillance cameras. A few different kinds of them. I love how it echoes though. What's actually happening? It's great. Yes, hired a guard.
なのに主人は私の苦労をねぎらってもくれませんし、この間なんて突然やってきた子たちに計画を台無しにされてしまって。
Oh, I love how Castor's actor's portraying this scene. It's great. My husband doesn't even thank me for my hard work. Just a while ago, my plan was foiled by these kids, these meddling kids that suddenly appeared. Yeah, it turns out the guard's kind of a jerk. My husband doesn't even thank me for my hard work. Well, you're constantly doing things behind his back. And the fact that he doesn't go like, Castor, I'm suddenly appalled by your behavior. That's his version of thanking you, even if you're not willing to admit it.
私こんなに頑張ってるのに全く報われないんです。
I'm working so hard, but I'm not getting compensated for it. Don't worry, there's a bad ending where you get the Grail. This bad ending, actually. Wait, no, not this one. A different one. Earlier one. You know, we've been going on for so long. The one where you took Shiro and took his side. At least you got the Grail. Shiro made the difference after all. In this bad ending, probably Gilgamesh still won somehow. I don't know. You needed Shiro. He's the key.
藤本さん、こんな私ですが幸せになれるでしょうか。
Fujimonta-san, can someone like me find happiness? Yeah, maybe if you stop being a bad guy, maybe you'll find happiness. As hard as it is for you.
ダメ。
Nope. Rude!
キャスターさん、そりゃあんたが悪いよ。
Maybe she's being bitter because Castor took Taiga hostage earlier. It's your fault, Castor-san.
そんな
No way!
こんなところでも虐待されるなんて。
Even here they abuse me?
って一体
I mean, I guess it is kind of her fault for giving in so much to the evil side. You can understand it, but it doesn't mean it's a good thing. It's sending links to the earlier one, and that ending she must have made the Grail eternal, I suppose, and that's why she allowed Shiro to have a wish. Oh yeah, good point. She said she had to give up making the Grail eternal. If she'd made the Grail eternal, she could have had her own wish, maybe given a wish to Kazuki, even had enough left over Shiro. But, you know, even if Shiro had a way to wish people back to life or something, he doesn't, you know, he was too self-hated of all his choices, you know. And maybe he was also too swallowed in the darkness. If, you know, he wasn't swallowed in literal darkness, then maybe there was something there. that he could have done if he wasn't so in his own moral darkness. But it seemed like it was literal darkness, and if it was literal darkness, then Cass is just kind of a bad person, toying sure with the idea of a wish when he can't actually have one. I can see it going both ways there with the literal versus metaphorical darkness, but even here they abuse me. In the end, the Grail just needs to recharge for a year. Like the Dragon Balls. Wait.
よし、もう飽きた。これにて一件落着。
Oh, I love the way that was read. Alright, I'm bored with this now. The case is settled.
以上、藤モンタの人生相談でした。
That's all for the life counseling by Fujimonta. You're a bad life counselor, Taiga. She got that Grail in that timeline and was giving him a wish. Yeah. Theoretically, she was giving a wish, but he didn't want one. Maybe it was a year in darkness. Maybe it was some literal darkness to start, and then later on he was allowed to not be in darkness anymore, but he was still metaphorically in darkness because of all the bad stuff he did while being literally in darkness. So, you know, it could have been one of those halfy-halves. She wished for infinite wishes. Well, I mean, that's what she said. Her real wish was to get infinite wishes, so. Oh, yeah. Meats. What did you want here? Ending list. Click on the meats? Oh, you can actually click the meats. Okay. Miniature Theater number 1. Miniature Theater number 2. Okay, Saber. Is that Sakura? Rin's in her car. Saber's on her lion. Oh no, Saber. Sakura. Oh no. There's a spoiler. I'm gonna stop watching. Wait. Well, whatever. It finished. I don't think I got spoiled, but interesting. I don't think there was a spoiler in there, but I was kind of half looking away, but I just want to click on the first one again so I can, you know, not fully look away and actually try to watch it. I'm not going to click on the second one just to be safe, but if there is a spoiler among them. Also, there might be a third one that we get in Timeline 3 I could see, and maybe that one has the spoiler. Now that I look at it like this, it does really seem like Rin with a cigarette. Lion, she gets bumped. She wanted to be the main heroine, but Rin took her spot in Timeline 2. And Sakura's still just like, but where's my timeline? And they're like, no, we're the main heroines. And Sakura's like, oh. She just wants her time to be the heroine. But what if Elia steals her time to be the heroine? Okay, I'm not going to watch the next one yet. Because I don't know if there's going to be spoilers. I'll watch it later. And there will assumedly be a third theater anyways, I would guess. Okay, so, thoughts on what we're going to do now. So, I have a couple of thoughts. Oh yeah, the gibberish save. And then, right, I saved that because that's a choice. And then there's this, because I like this picture. 4 meat totals. I'll probably, yeah, I am going to want to, you know what, fuck it, while I'm thinking about it. I'm just going to go a little bit further. I want to get, Berserker's abs. I'm not going to Timeline 3 yet, no, I have some stuff I want to do. First, while I'm thinking about it, I mean, I already got the hints for the Rin Good End, so of course I want to get that too. But, I like this image. I want to save this. I want to save the Chunky Berserker. Chunky Berserker save. Chunky Berserker save. Oh, fuck the good ending. I want me some Timeline 3. I get it, you're horny-wise, but, like, calm down. Okay, cool. I like this image a lot. Alright, so, so, I have a couple thoughts. One of my main thoughts is there was an illusion that, you know, oh, and for those who never even got a chance to have a cooperator, there's an order to things. The order is whatever order I want it to be, and my order is I still want to do some scouring. Horny for progress? You came to the wrong stream, wise fool. Don't you know who I am? Right. So there's a couple things I'm curious about. One of them is that Taiga, you know, she alluded in one of the bad endings that there was another way. And I think it might be because of this one if we choose to not go there in the first place. For example, we're not going to do it yet. But like an idea that will break the current deadlock. I don't have any plans to just fight them head on. We can't fight them head on. There's a secret passage in the church. We'll cooperate with other masters. I wonder maybe if we don't choose we'll cooperate with other masters. Maybe that's what leads us to that Taiga dojo. Possibly. Then the other one, if we go further along the choices, there's this one. We have to save Best Girl, screw logic. Restrain myself, stop the man. I definitely tried to stop the man. But like, you know, that didn't work clearly. Maybe restrain myself could also be a bad ending. Maybe, but no, that wouldn't fit with the Taiga dojo, so I feel like it's not. It would just be a bad moral ending for Shiro, maybe. What day is this? 13th day. There's no choice on the 13th day, is there? It's gonna be like, maybe Rin could be happy for Shiro trying to save Elia. He seems to be happy when he's trying to save Saber earlier on, but now when he's trying to save Elia, how dare you, Rin, be happy when I try to save Elia? A fake granddaughter. Har, I understand that joke, kind of, sort of. That's the name of something that exists. And then the other big thing I want to check is the fact that, you know, there's the choice right before the end, and yet it seems to not matter. So I want to look into this, I want to look into that, and then I might do a little bit of perusing, probably off screen. I'll remind myself a little bit of if there's any other choices I care to follow up on, just to see maybe other routes. And tomorrow we'll do some of that, and then may or may not break into Rin's route. We probably will. We'll probably start actually looking into that good route nonsense. But, yeah, so I think for now we're done for the day. It's a gacha game that consumes your soul, and some claim ruin the franchise. Well, good thing I don't play phone games anyways. But yeah, for now, I'll see you guys next time. Still don't have an outro phrase. So we've fulfilled all the Taiga dojos this timeline, it seems, but there's still a couple loose ends I'm curious about. I want to follow up on those next time. And then maybe we'll start looking for the Rin good ending. So, see you then. I already said still don't have an outro phrase. Stop recording.